Waskom, Texas, Jimmy Eacock Stadium. We are at 2024 Waskom Homecoming. We just had the homecoming court, had the homecoming queen and king announced, along with some inductees to the Hall of Fame. Your Wildcats are coming off a road victory, their first district win. Was at Union Grove last week, and we are glad to be back in Waskom tonight. Tonight I have a co-host tonight that's different tonight. Welcome, Cheney. How are you doing tonight?
Howdy, everybody. I'm doing good. I'm excited to be here tonight for the homecoming matchup. Got two new athletic directors, two new head coaches facing off against each other, and we're going to get excited to get into this homecoming matchup.
Yeah, and it's interesting. We have a former coach, Coach Kubiak, is the head coach for Ore City. He is a former coach, assistant, and an offensive coordinator of the Waskom team, and so you'll be watching similar offenses tonight. They'll both be running the flex bone offense. Coach Wade Lawson from Joaquin, he had his first district victory last week against Union Grove Lions, but it was looking kind of shaky in the first quarter. Did you catch the game last week, Cheney?
I was able to catch it. It was definitely an even matchup in that first half, and then in the second half, the Wildcats came out. I don't know what Coach Lawson told them in the locker room, but it definitely put some fire under them, and they ended up running away with that game 53-21, correct?
Yeah, that was a good second half for the Wildcats, especially there being their district win. The Wildcats had they had 3 non-district games. It's an 8-district for season. We dropped down to 2A. Wildcats first time in a while being 2A since the UAL, and added a division to the football section. And then we had Garrison, which was ranked 5th or 6th in the state, and we took them down to the wire here at Waskom, and we fell short to the Garrison Bulldogs. And then we also lost a close one to Shelbyville down in Shelbyville, Texas, and that game was a non-district game. And then the Wildcats beat Hemp Hill here at home, a non-district game, and then we had the first district win against Unionville Lions. So tonight we face off for homecoming, another district game against the Ore City Rebels. And the Ore City Rebels, how are they doing this year?
It's been a rough start for the Ore City Rebels. They are 0-4 to start off the year. They're actually 0-5 if you go back into last season. It's been tough for Ore City for sure. They're looking to turn it around today. It's definitely tough though when new AD, new head coach, new culture coming in. It's not always easy to just have a great season right off the jump.
Well, and you know how communities are. They're looking for that quick switch, right? And
yes,
so
sir.
it's probably been a difficult time. But Ore City, they had their first district game last week as well, and they failed to the Big Sandy Wildcats. And so, as I mentioned, the Wildcats dropped to 2A. We got 8 teams in our district, and it's going to be the battle of the Wildcats because there's 3 sets of Wildcats. You got the Big Sandy Wildcats, the Harleton Wildcats, and then our Waskom Wildcats. So be interesting to see how those matchups go. I know Harleton lost last night. Isn't that correct? Julie's on our camera tonight, and I think Harleton played Thursday night. Yeah. You were the one that told me about that game.
Yep.
And so Harleton fell Thursday night, and then tonight we'll have the Wildcats facing off against Ore City. The Legion Field is still in our district, our rival, and they won their district game, and they're actually undefeated this year.
I don't know if Ore City was Ore City 3A before, or have they been in 2A?
They dropped down, but I think this is they went with Waskom. We've dropped down together.
Okay, because I do know historically we have played Ore City quite a few times, and in the last 4 matchups we're 4-0, so we're looking to make it 5-0 tonight, 5 straight victories against Ore City.
Yeah, and the Harleton and Ore City and Waskom all dropped down to 2A. I think Harleton went before us, and Legion Field's dropped down with Waskom, so all those teams will be in the same district.
Just to jump back in real quick, Big Sandy, they took down Harleton 34-20. That was the score.
Yeah, on Thursday night.
Yes, sir.
So
yeah, the sign here, I was trying to interpret exactly. I can read it, but I don't know exactly.
It says welcome to the Wildcats field.
Oh, okay, the field. That's the part I couldn't see. So, welcome to the Wildcats field where legends are made. Homecoming 2024. They got a big banner. Since I've been gone, they've got a new. I don't know what you call that, a blow up or
Yeah.
where the players run out of. So there's a lot of new here at
Yeah.
Jimmy E. Cox Stadium.
Yeah, the tunnel, the boosters had got a new tunnel. I believe this may be the third year of that tunnel. Chaney still remembers the old tunnel, and it was a little smaller than this tunnel. But the Wildcats still go with the W in the new field, the W on the tunnel. I saw Big Sandy because we go to Big Sandy when we play them. I think they went to Harleton, so the battle of the Wildcats between them and Big Sandy is looking to knock off the Wildcats. We'll have to go to Big Sandy, so that'll be a Thursday night game for us in a few weeks. But we still have quite a few games before we get to that Wildcat matchup tonight. We got to take on the Rebels, and as Chaney mentioned, it looks like the Wildcats have the upper hand tonight. We come in highly favored in this matchup, and as we did last week. But then, if you were to watch the first quarter, it was not looking to go with the matchup. So anything can happen on Friday night.
Really, that whole first half, is a very close matchup. You did not expect in that second half for Waskom to just come out and pummel them like they did.
Yeah. Well, and the Wildcats, they have done some changes within their mainly defense. They've been trying to find the right mix on defense. As we mentioned last week, the first quarter wasn't faring too well, but then their defense came on back strong in the second half. So I think some of those new alignments are coming out well. We'll announce those as we get into the action.
It's definitely very early into the season. This is where you usually see change-ups come within personnel and all of that. So could see a different Wildcat team here tonight.
That's right, and we'll mention, I noticed too on the offensive line we've had different assignments. Still the same players, just moving them in some different positions there on the line, and so we'll go through some of those. It looks like the Wildcats are getting in their tunnel. Have you seen the Rebels?
I haven't seen the Rebels yet. It does look like the Wildcats are going in. If you're at home, I don't think you can hear it, but they are jamming here at Jimmy E. Cox Stadium. They are definitely turning up. These Wildcats are excited for this homecoming night. Historically, Waskom has been a school that usually does a blackout homecoming. I know all my 4 years here, or 3 years of high school, we did a blackout homecoming. Tonight, the Wildcats are looking to switch it up. We're in whiteout, so that's exciting. The jerseys look really clean, really nice.
And that's, we had mentioned too about the Rebels, and we still haven't seen them come out. I know they have switched where they come out. I don't think they come out of the same field house anymore. They got Waskom had renovated the old field house that the high school used to use, and I believe they come out of that one here. That's on the south side of the field, and in the what we call the ag wing, and so that's where they'll be coming out. But the Wildcats, they're in the tunnel and ready to go. We have 8 minutes 43 seconds.
There's excitement in the stadium. I can tell you the stands are full here for the Waskom side at least. Not too many have made the trip out for the Rebels, but this is definitely an exciting homecoming. A lot of former classmates I can see coming into the stands, and it's just always an exciting time. Any homecoming game, East Texas football, it's the best. We're really excited to be here tonight.
Yeah, so we're getting close to kickoff. We're 8 minutes to kickoff, and we have a crew of 7 for our officials tonight. 6, 7. We were advised that they're trying to do 7-man officials all year. When we were in Shelbyville, they had a 5-man crew, and not that it would have made a difference, but that's some of the reason where they had that Hail Mary catch. It was hard to view from any angle, and that's one of the reasons they were going to 7. So, like I said, we're at 7 minutes.
Here go the Rebels.
And yep, there they come. They're getting all the time they can, and now they're getting out on the field. And it looks like they're going to warm up, and we're going to have still when the players come out, we have I think that's when they'll do the national anthem and the prayer.
And this definitely means a little bit more to the Rebels tonight as their athletic director and new head coach, like we mentioned, he used to coach here at Waskom, won the 2 state championships here. He's the offensive mind. He was the offensive mind for the Wildcats back then, head coach now. So we should see an offense we're very familiar here tonight with the Rebels. And
Well, and that will be what we see, and both teams practice against it, so they all have seen it. The Wildcats have seen it many more years than the Rebels. So the Wildcats should have no excuses on playing this defense against this offense and running their offense, see who can run it the best. So we're going to take a quick break from our sponsors tonight. We're bringing you all the action on 103.9 KMHT, the sports beat of East Texas. We appreciate the opportunity to be on 103.9 tonight. Our neighbors, the Marshall Mavericks, they have a bye this week, and so we were able to get that spot here on 103.9. So thanks to KMHT. But you can also catch the action on easttexastoday.com. And then we're at home tonight, so we'll be able to bring our Waskom football live on YouTube. And as we mentioned, other home games, when we go on the road, folks, we don't have the ability to stream. The venues are small. We were in the stands last week with all the fans, and everything was shaking. And so at home, we'll be able to bring you the video, and as we generally do, but on the road, we'll mainly just be on the radio. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with the kickoff of this homecoming 2024 for the Waskom Wildcats versus the Ore City Rebels.
January 1 of this year, we've had over $10 million in verdicts and settlements. Check out our website at joshmanus.com.
This is Matt Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet. At both our Ford and Chevrolet stores, we take pride in supporting athletics in our local communities. In our experience, athletic programs teach kids valuable lessons like teamwork, perseverance, and character. So from all of us at Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet, go Wildcat!
The Waskom Independent School District, a leader in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities, teaching our children the importance of being good citizens, the desire to attend major universities, and come back home with an education to grow the community in East Texas. With grades pre-K through 12, the Waskom Independent School District is proud of their faculty and staff and their commitment to the very best for all students. Go Wildcats!
Five Star Builders, the leader in barn construction and barn dominium construction, garage, storage buildings, all for you the way you want them. We have the experience, we have the knowledge, and we have the qualified men to do the job right for you. Check it out. Call 903-407-7627 to get a qualified representative to come speak to you. That's 407-7627. Go Wildcats!
East Tex Telephone Cooperative is a proud sponsor of all things Waskom Wildcats, academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities. East Tex Telephone commends the hard work and dedication put forth by all students, faculty, staff, and administration. It is through hard work and sacrifice that winners emerge. Best of luck from East Tex Telephone, servicing the telecommunications needs of rural East Texas since 1952. Go Waskom Wildcats!
Hey Wildcat fans, this is Josh Manus, attorney at law. Let's all support the Wildcats for a great season every Friday night. Hopefully we'll have a long playoff season as well. If you ever need a personal injury attorney, check us out at joshmanus.com. No longer do you need to call anyone in Dallas or Tyler. Since January 1 of this year, we've had over $10 million in verdicts and settlements. Check out our website at joshmanus.com.
This is Matt Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet. At both our Ford and Chevrolet stores, we take pride in supporting athletics in our local communities. In our experience, athletic programs teach kids valuable lessons like teamwork, perseverance, and character. So from all of us at Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet, go Wildcat!
The Waskom Independent School District, a leader in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities, teaching our children the importance of being good citizens, the desire to attend major universities, and come back home with an education to grow the community in East Texas. With grades pre-K through 12, the Waskom Independent School District is proud of their faculty and staff and their commitment to the very best for all students. Go Wildcats!
All right, back here live, Jimmy Eacock Stadium. Michael Allwhite, the voice of the Waskom Wildcats. We are just under a couple of minutes for kickoff, and they're having the national anthem out on the field. And then we'll have the kickoff tonight. The Wildcats captains tonight will be number 57, DeAndre Prince, number 56, Harley Martin, number 21, Leo Agundes, number 9, Elijah Motkins, and looks like number 5, Jace Calhoun. And so, folks, tonight we're bringing you all the action on 103.9 KMHT, the sports beat of East Texas, easttexastoday.com, and the Waskom Facebook, our Waskom Football Live on YouTube. The Wildcats are coming in 1-0 in district. We're undefeated in district or city.
Or city and district. So far, they're 0-4 starting out there.
No, in district they're 0-1.
Oh, 0-1.
Yeah,
sorry,
so we
in district. They're playing the Waskom school song here or the national anthem. I was getting hyped with the national anthem.
And,
it's always exciting as the players line up and they start smacking the shoulder pads. It's just an exciting time.
Yeah, they're getting ready, and now the captains are walking out. I mentioned the Waskom captains tonight.
Yeah, your captains tonight for your Ore City Rebels is going to be number 12, the quarterback, Gage Kavanaugh, I believe. Okay. And then we've got number 55, Trey Inocencio. We've got number 60, Aiden Dolson.
24.
Number 24, Sladen Wright.
So they have 4 captains, and we have 5 captains.
That's a good football name right there for 24, Sladen Wright.
The Ore City Rebels, they also have a former student coaching with Coach Kubiak and another former coach coaching with them tonight. They were out there when we had the induction of the 2014 Hall of Fame for the first state championship team. And we also honored Tommy Reasons, inducted him in the Football Hall of Fame, and we inducted Kim Hill Jimerson into the basketball for the Basketball Hall of Fame. And both of those athletes were out here tonight. And Julie's running the camera tonight, but she's not on the call tonight. It'll be Cheney and I. And so right now we have time for jerseys without Julie.
And for jerseys without Julie tonight, we've got our Waskom Wildcats. Like I mentioned earlier, they're going all white tonight for the homecoming whiteout. So they're wearing white socks, white shoes, white pants, a white jersey with black numbers, silver helmets with their chrome W. They have that new W logo, 2 stars signifying the 2 state championships. Then your Ore City Rebels will be wearing all black shoes, socks, pants, jersey with I believe it's gold numbers. Is it?
Yeah, I believe it's white outlined in gold.
White outlined in gold, or one way or the other.
Yeah, or it could be gold outlined in white. It's kind of hard to tell, but they are black and gold are their school colors.
It's very New Orleans Saints style. If you're listening on the radio,
and their coaches. That's what I thought of when I saw their coaches' shirts.
Yeah, the coach shirts definitely give that New Orleans Saints vibe.
Yes, so we're getting set here for kickoff.
Yeah, we're getting ready for the first half kickoff. The first half kickoff tonight is brought to you by Holloway Carpet, serving East Texas with all your flooring needs since 1971. 1971 is when
Tommy Joe
Reason was making the runs. So
71 to 74.
That's right.
Without injury.
Him and Holloway Carpet, they've been doing it since 71.
71. And they'll get set to kick. Chris Hernandez is the kicker for the Wildcats. It's 12 minutes on the clock. We're fixing to start the first quarter. The coaches have their white shirts on for white out. I notice they have maroon and black, but tonight they have their white ones on. back there in the back is number 0 for Ore City.
Kyler Rowe.
He's in the middle, and he got 2 out on the outside.
Yeah, it
and
looks
12.
to be their quarterback, number 12, Gage Kavanaugh, and number 2, correct?
Yes. And do they have 2 on the roster?
Yeah, there he is. Elis Thornborough.
Thornburg.
Thornburg, there you go.
There's a lot of Thornburgs in Ore City. And the kicks up, Chris Hernandez kicks it to the 15. 12, the quarterback for Ore City's at the 20, 25, 30. He's got a big hole. He's at the 40. And he is tackled.
Tackled down by number 13 for the Wildcats, Landon Nolan.
And that was a good return by the number 12, Kavanaugh.
Yeah, and he just went straight up the middle there. It looks like the Wildcats ran out to the right side, the left side, and not much up the middle. That's the danger zone there on kickoff. You really got to have coverage all throughout the field. Do not want him breaking free.
So we'll see Ore City come out on offense first, and they are going to be sporting that flex bone. And number 12 is the quarterback, Gage Kavanaugh. He's getting his towel set. He's under center, motion right. Snaps the ball, gives it to his fullback, pulls away, he's looking to pass. Leo's in his face, and he gets the pass off. Ooh, and we did not have the coverage there.
So
He was underthrown.
it was underthrown, not a good pass at all. Number 4 and number 6, both in that area, Kelton Williams and Chris Hernandez. It's very surprising. You see Coach getting animated there. He's very disappointed that they couldn't come away with the interception.
Yeah, that was an easy pick.
And if you're watching the ball there, you'd be having that one and going the other way with it.
But I think Coach was most concerned that he wasn't with the player. So we've seen that in both of the last few games. Under center is Kavanaugh. He's got 2 receivers to the left in that flex bone. Motion right again, trying to draw the Wildcats off sides, and they flinch but don't jump. Kavanaugh's back under center after getting some instructions from the sideline. Looks to his slot on the right. No motion. Gives it to his fullback and pitches it on the option right. Number 4 is going to be stopped for a loss.
Number 10 eating that play up, Joe Irving. Nowhere to go.
Also helping there is number 23 out of that safety position, Montez Thompson. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Montez there to back him up just in case he couldn't, but number 10 just wrapped him up and took him down.
So the Wildcats defense, like I said, they see this in practice all the time. They know this flexbone offense well. See how good Ore City can run it. They got 2 receivers to the left, yeah, and 1 to the right in the shotgun. They switched it up here. They get the snap. He's looking left all the way. He's got some 2 go. He drops it. He had 2 people in his face. He drops it. Bounces right back up to him. He's at the 25, 26.
Oh,
jerked down. And
56 is going to be in his nightmare tonight.
Yeah.
Harley Martin and then 57, DeAndre Prince there to.
And that's 2 cousins.
And
is it intentional grounding? I believe they are going to call intentional
it will
grounding.
be intentional grounding. It was very blatant, too, and he didn't throw it far or anything. It was more like a pitch, if anything.
Yeah, it's almost like he was getting robbed and he was getting rid of the evidence.
Yeah, he was scared there. He lost the ball, started running backwards. He was probably 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. He had to get rid of that one.
So right now on the D-line, Harley Martin's playing that defensive end on the right side. Chaney mentioned 57. That's his cousin, DeAndre Prince. He's playing the left side tackle, and then Leo Agundez is the left side D-end. Over there beside Harley, I believe, is Mr. Mann, number 79, Caleb.
And so we got 2 punt returners back here set to return the punt. Number 4, Kelton Williams, and number 10, Joe Irving. Got 2 punt returners, it looks like. It's interesting.
Yeah, they are both lightning fast, 4-4, 4-4, 5, and 4-4-1. Here we go. The punt's up by, I know they're going to kick it at the 20. He rolled out.
Rugby-style punt.
Hits at the 41 and rolls to the 32, and it's still rolling at the 30. It comes to a stop. So your Waskom offense will come out, and we'll get set to see them. I'll mention here the offensive line tonight as they come out. We switched several different weeks. This week it looks like DeAndre Prince, number 57, will be our center. Then our 2 tackles will be 55, Brody Ball, and number 52, Daniel Garcia.
Something I noticed about that Ore City offense that we'll see if Waskom does here. Ore City was very quick to get down, quick to run the snap, not looking to the sideline. They had their first plays definitely scripted and prepared. We'll see the Wildcats are looking over to the sideline right off the bat. So that's a little bit different from how Ore City was running it. Very quick on the Ore City side. The linemen are down set. Number 6 giving the play to the backs. Chris Hernandez. He'll get under center. He'll take the snap. He'll pitch it to the left side of the field. It looks like number 10, Joe Irving. He takes it out left, and there's a lot of room, folks, and it doesn't look like anybody's going to catch him. The 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown, Wildcats. First play of the game. That pitch out to the left.
70
Nothing but
yards.
green turf for Joe Irving.
A 70-yard touchdown run with 10 minutes and 28 seconds left. And Chaney, did you notice something different there? They were in the I formation.
They were in the I formation. It was really good play, though. Really good play with the Wildcats. It was. I saw a post earlier today from a coach that used to coach at, I want to say, West Rusk, and he talked about how Waskom's always got speed. He called it Waskom, Texas speed, and that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and Joe Irving took that 70 yards. Now Chris Hernandez will go for the extra point.
He'll kick it, and it's through the uprights. That'll be good. 7-0. 10 minutes, 28 seconds left in this first quarter. Waskom 1 play to the house. Ore City still 0.
We'll be right back with some more Waskom Wildcat football.
Five Star Builders, the leader in barn construction and barn dominium construction, garage, storage buildings, all for you the way you want them. We have the experience, we have the knowledge, and we have the qualified men to do the job right for you. Check it out. Call 903-407-7627 to get a qualified representative to come speak to you. That's 407-7627. Go Wildcats.
All right, back here live, Jimmy Eacock Stadium. Your Waskom Wildcats just took it to the house. Joe Irving, 7-0, 10 minutes, 28 seconds left in the first quarter.
The Ore City's out here quick, ready to return this ball. They did not want to talk to Coach very long after that play. Tell you one thing about 2A is you don't have many people on the sideline, so a lot of these guys on kickoff return, kickoff, they're the same guys on the offense, defensive side of the ball. We got the same people set to return this kickoff for your Ore City Rebels.
It looks like
number 12, the quarterback, Cave Kavanaugh's back there with number 0, Kyler Rowe.
Chris Hernandez, number 6, will be your kicker. As always, he's set to kick. He's going to kick it deep to the middle. It's going to go to 0.
Number 0, Kyler Rowe, he'll return it. He looks to cut out left. He
gets stopped.
Immediately stuffed by number 12.
For the Wildcats. That's a different number.
We don't have it on the roster, but number 12 making the stop there. He had some help, but I couldn't catch that number either. It's interesting.
We have to figure out who number 12 is. He must have moved
12's
up
our mystery man.
From JV.
Well, he is making plays out here. Good size, good speed, and a good hit.
So now Ore City will come back on offense. They're going to be on the left hash, on the Ore City side. They're in that flex bone.
Number 6, Chris Hernandez, and 23, Montez Thompson back at safety for the Wildcat.
12 under center, motion left, and he gives it to the fullback, and he's going to go off tackle, and he's going to pull his way for about 4 yards.
A host of Wildcats all over him. Looks like 23, Montez coming in and cleaning that up for him. You can see the Wildcats want a bunch of big plays tonight. They weren't looking to go for the legs and wrap up the easy tackle. They wanted that football to come out. They want a big play. They're looking for fumbles, strips, anything they can get here.
9 minutes, 53 seconds. The clock's moving 7-0 here in Waskom. Waskom Wildcats are up. Kavanaugh's under center for the Ore City Rebels. In the flex bone motion right, pulls it out of fullback, and they go left on a counter flip option, and he's going to pick up the first down with that play.
And that was number 0, Kyler Rowe, running the ball there. He's a very interesting runner. He looks to have some speed, but he runs very awkwardly. If you're on the radio, you can't see it on our YouTube live here. He runs a little awkward. He doesn't keep the ball tucked in tight, and I think that may be why the Wildcats are looking to strip the ball. Coach might have already noticed that, or they see that in film. But when he's running the ball, it's not very secured.
So Ore City breaks the huddle. Kavanaugh has them set. They're in a tight flex bone set. He's under center, motion right, and he's going to give it to the fullback underneath.
And the D-line making the stop there. Yeah, I believe that's 57, DeAndre Prince.
Yes, sir. And so the Wildcats defense is looking good. 9 minutes, 25 seconds. Clock's moving here in Waskom, and the Wildcats are on top, 7-0.
Looks like the Ore City Rebels are at the 28-yard line. 2nd and 11.
So they lost a yard there.
DeAndre Prince, he's at either nose guard or right off the center. No, he's at nose guard.
Yeah, they
so
switched it up.
That's a nose guard tackle right there. I was noticing the defense looks a little
Under
different.
center, Kavanaugh, he motions his receiver out of the slot, and he gives it to his fullback, and he just goes up the middle on a dive. He's going to pick up 5 yards on that run.
Number 50's helmet's done popped off, so he'll have to march off the field for a play.
That's John Patrick.
Looks like they're going to send in our, no, not a mystery man, that's
Landon.
number 13, Landon Nolan, coming in. So the Wildcats got 3 down linemen, a nose guard, and 2 ends, or that's what they were running.
Yeah, now they switched it back to a 4-man front.
But even so, I can tell you this one defensive end on that left side, he is more like a outside linebacker, number 21, Leo Agundez. Not the biggest looking fellow, so definitely probably some speed coming off that edge.
Kavanaugh's in a shotgun now. Tight motion and 0 around the back of him, and he's just going to keep it on a quarterback keeper off tackle, and he's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage.
And that's what you expected. The most success Ore City's seen so far in the matchup has been up the middle. They're looking to pound the rock, try to get a first down here. We'll see if they end up punting it, or will Coach Kubiak decide to try to make something happen here, down 7.
So your linebacker set tonight, we got Jaden Miner starting linebacker tonight. He's on that right side. He's a sophomore for you. Then Joe Irvin, number 10, and then John Patrick, number 50, lost his helmet. He's back in there as the Mike linebacker. Kavanaugh's under center for the Ore City Rebels, flex bone formation, motion right, and he's trying to draw him off sides, but the Wildcats are being disciplined so far.
I actually played under the Coach Kubiak offense, so I can tell you that's called Alaska right there.
And he's trying to do it again, and then they're going to call a timeout. Yeah, so he double-dipped on that.
Double-dipped on Alaska, trying to get some
movement out of the Wildcats. He's probably watched the Wildcats because Julie and I have been seeing them jump off quite often.
I've been watching from home, and it has been a penalty couple of games for the Wildcats.
It's typically been from the shotgun slap snappers, the guys that slap their hands on the snap, usually get the Wildcats. But so we're going to hang out here. We're on 103.9 tonight. Marshall Mavericks have a bye, so if you were anticipating hearing the Marshall Mavericks, we appreciate you tuning in for the Waskom Wildcats versus the Ore City Rebels.
And we do have a timeout. Our timeouts tonight are brought to you by Clay Allen Real Estate. At Clay Allen Real Estate, we care.
And here we're coming out of that timeout. The Ore City Rebels are coming over first. They called the timeout, and they're already broken out of it where the Wildcats are still with their coaches there on the field.
And I forgot to mention earlier, but that Wildcat touchdown is just exciting. Y'all, first play of the game, 70-yard run, Joe Irving. That touchdown was brought to you by Marshall Hometown Tire, our family keeping your family rolling since 1970.
7 minutes, 25 seconds. The clock was stopped here at the first quarter. We'll resume play with the Ore City Rebels in the flex bone formation. 2 receivers over right. Kavanaugh's in the shotgun. Motion left, and he's going to do that same play. Off tackle, and he slides and jumps forward.
And he lost his footing there, but timeout Wildcats.
That was 4th down.
Yeah, 4th down. It looks like the Wildcats called a timeout before the snap, so the play is not going to stand. We'll have a repeat of 4th down here. That timeout is also brought to you by Clay Allen Real Estate. At Clay Allen Real Estate, we care.
So that would if we wouldn't have called the timeout, that would have helped us there.
That would have helped us.
I bet Kubiak comes back and punts.
But definitely Coach saw something he didn't like, and it was a different set. They went trips right because technically, Michael, that slot is a slot receiver. So that's trips right. There's 3 receivers. That third receiver is just right off that right tackle. And I think he thought they were going to try to do some kind of pass or a trips reverse, and so got that timeout in.
Yeah. When we run that same offense, so yeah, that usually we throw it to that third guy, which is the slot guy. But the guys over there are covered up. He covers up the inside guy. And last couple of weeks, Jace Calhoun made a touchdown, and he was covered up, and that's where against Shelbyville we didn't get that touchdown. So now I think they're going to probably go for the play, but they may punt it. We see a lot of teams punt out of these
trips right again, 0 will motion left.
No, he's going to go for
12 will keep the ball and run left. He had two blockers there, so what they did was send that number 0, Kyler Rowe, in motion, and him and the fullback, number 21, Maverick Main, blocking things up for number 12.
And they pick up the first down. So
yeah, 12 Kavanaugh. easily taken that to the left. And not a huge run, but just enough to get that first down. So now Coach is kicking himself about that timeout. Really wish he wouldn't have called that one.
So Ore City comes out in the flex bone.
Ball on the 40.
And Kavanaugh is under center this time in the flex bone. No motion. He takes the snap and he gives it to his fullback and open. He options it back, and they miss the option.
So many Wildcats. Number 13. Landon Nolan comes up with the fumble, but I mean, literally, y'all, 5 Wildcats from the start of the snap immediately in the backfield. It has been a nightmare night for number 12. He is shaken up already, does not look too happy, but he's a two-way player, so he will be out here on the defensive side as well.
Yeah, and he's a senior for the Ore City Rebels. He's coming out, and I believe he plays safety for the Rebels.
Chris Hernandez gets the play from head coach over here, and he's looking to lead the Wildcats back out.
The 2 offensive tackles are John Patrick on the left and Harley Martin on the right.
The center is 57, DeAndre Prince. Number 6, Chris Hernandez under the snap. They'll motion right. Number 4 looks to pass. He's got a guy wide open, but it's a little underthrown. He catches it anyway. That's number 5, Jace Calhoun on the catch.
He had a weight on it, but it was a power pass right, so we threw it to our slot, and everybody's been seeing 4 burn up the yards, and they.
So about a 30-yard pass there for the Wildcats. They'll go from the 40 all the way to into the side. The red zone looks about the 8 or 9 yard line. The red zone coverage tonight is brought to you by Ammerman Law Firm. If you need a personal injury lawyer, call Jim Ammerman at 903-200-8888. Our clients become family. Chris Hernandez, number 6, he'll go under center here. They'll motion left. He'll hand it up the middle to the fullback. He'll get a couple yards, but be immediately stopped up by that nose guard, number 54 for the Rebels.
So
the fullback there, what number was that? Leo Agundez.
Yeah, number 21.
Number
So
21.
He's that Nate Espy. Yeah, Nate Espy's out. Had to have some medical attention. Probably won't be back for a few weeks.
So they'll fake
Leo
him down to the
Agundez will
line.
start.
Number 6, Chris Hernandez will look out to get the play call from Coach. Got some fake signal calling going on, some real signal calling. Who knows what the real call is here?
Chris Hernandez does.
He does, and he's letting everyone know as they're checking their play cards. 2 guards for the Wildcats, number 52, Daniel Garcia, and 55, Brody Ball. Number 6, Chris Hernandez takes the snap. He keeps the football as an option play up the middle, and he'll be stopped by a host of Rebels there. But some more yards. The Wildcats still moving the ball forward. It'll be 3rd down and 3, it appears. So 3rd down and goal for the Wildcats. They got 2 more plays here to try to punch it into the end zone. Chris Hernandez, they'll fake that. They do a little pretend where they pretend like they're going to go down. And you don't know. He could quickly take a snap and go up the middle. That's kind of the reason there for doing that every time, is you never know when they're actually just going to snap and run a play. Chris Hernandez gets set. Takes the snap. They'll do jet left, and he'll get in. That's number 10, Joe Irving, on his 2nd touchdown of the night for the Wildcats. That touchdown will be brought to you by Marshall Hometown Tire, our family keeping your family rolling since 1970. And that Wildcat screech going off, the flags running across the track. It is an exciting homecoming night here for the Wildcats. Nothing has been too difficult for them so far, Michael.
Nope. It's 5 minutes, 16 seconds still left in the first quarter. Your Wildcats look to go up 14-0 with Chris Hernandez getting set to kick the ball. Jackson Hicks is the holder.
And U.S. Tony Romo being that holder is not an easy job.
Chris has been kicking well the last few weeks, and that is successful. So the Wildcats do go up 14-0. And we got all the offensive line and the backs. Your receivers right now are Jace Calhoun, number 5, and number 1, Jackson Hicks. But the Wildcats will rotate quite a few players in those slots and receivers. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with some more Waskom Wildcat football.
East Tex Telephone Cooperative is a proud sponsor of all things Waskom Wildcats, academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities. East Tex Telephone commends the hard work and dedication put forth by all students, faculty, staff, and administration. It is through hard work and sacrifice that winners emerge. Best of luck from East Tex Telephone, servicing the telecommunications needs of rural East Texas since 1952. Go Waskom Wildcats!
All right, back here live, Waskom, Texas, Jimmy Eacock Stadium. Michael Allwhite, the voice of the Waskom Wildcats, and Cheney Allwhite, bringing you all the action on 103.9 KMHT, the sports beat of East Texas.
And before Chris Hernandez gets this kickoff going as the Wildcats are up 14-0, 5 minutes, 16 seconds, we'd like to give a thank you to Miss Kim Baugh, who made a cheesecake in the concession stand tonight. Julie's not on the mic, but she wants to make sure she gets a shout-out.
It was in the press box.
In the press box.
You should know. You tasted it.
It was very good. I can tell you that. Chris Hernandez kicking the ball deep here. Same people set to return for Ore City. Number 0 will take it again. He goes outside the left, but cuts up the middle. Ooh, and he's almost knocked down there.
By Kelton Williams, or Kelton. Who tackled him?
I couldn't see who ended up. I think it's number 12. It was number 12
Yeah,
again.
12 is the best guy, and we don't have his name.
He's our mystery man. But number 12 ended up making the stop, as you said.
Kelton Williams.
I thought it was number 7.
That hit him on the low?
I thought 7 got initial low contact,
that would be
Bubba Jones.
Bubba Jones.
But,
I like the way, whoever that was, the way they came in was good. They just need to grab a hold of those ankles, wrap up a little bit, but that was a good hit. But Ore City has some pretty good-sized players.
Yeah, Ore City looks really well, but it's been a rough start for him here.
Yeah, Kavanaugh's under center. They're in a tight formation. He motions number 0 around to his left side. He gives it to the back and keeps it on the outside, and the quarterback's been gaining all the yards for him, and he's not down yet. He's going to pick up a first down for the Ore City Rebels on a 10-yard pickup.
A lot of heart there from the quarterback.
Yeah.
I was watching him in the pregame. You can tell he cares a lot. He was going through his motions, really taking every part of the pregame serious. So you know he wants to lead his team to a win here. He knows how much this means to his new AD and head coach. But it's a tough one with this fast Waskom defense and offense.
So the Wildcats have the same linebackers. D-line, they switched in J.D. Stevens, number 60, attack on the right side.
First and 10 from the 37.
Kavanaugh's under center. He's got 2 receivers right. Inside one's covered up. He gives it to the fullback, and the ball, I didn't see it come loose, Johnny.
No, he ran it up the middle, didn't come loose, but a host of Wildcats swarming him up and putting him on the ground.
The Wildcats are, like you said, flying around on defense.
They are,
tonight.
and you know, that is the game plan it looks like Ore City's going with. They know they're not going to beat them on the outside, so they've got to attack that middle. But DeAndre Prince and company is not having it.
Yeah, and let's see right now.
It's a different defensive set.
J.D. Stevens and Caleb Mann are the inside guys, and we got Aiden Corbett on the left side now on the defensive end. Kavanaugh's under center, motion left on a jet, and he gives it to 0 on a jet left. He's at the 44, 50, and he's going to be tackled there at the 49 of the Wildcats.
You know, it's easy to sit up here in the stands and make calls down on the field, but I'll tell you what, I'm watching this right tackle from Ore City, and a lot of times has he jumped before the ball was snapped.
He's getting antsy.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they'll catch it here soon. This line judge, if the score keeps going, though, they're probably not going to call too many things.
It's not looking like they're going to want this game to slow down.
So the Wildcats, as Cheney mentioned, they got a different defensive line, and they'll be rotating them because the first string a lot of times is the offensive first string. So we have a lot of guys that play a lot of time and switching out. Kavanaugh has 2 receivers right. He motions jet right, but then he gives it to the fullback and keeps it himself, and he's going to pick up 2 yards. It's going to be tackled by, first it was Montez, and then the D lineman there cleaned it up.
61, Aiden Corbett.
Yeah, sophomore for the Wildcats.
Not a lot of young players on this Wildcat varsity team. A lot of juniors and seniors, just about 6 or a handful of sophomores.
Yeah, and right now we have 3 of them out there. We've got Aiden and J.D. on the D line and Minor at the linebacker position. Oh, and Montez, 23. I always forget about Montez because he was a freshman starter last year, but he's a sophomore. So Kavanaugh slowly coming to the line now. They're in the tight flex formation, motion right. He pulls it out of that, and he throws it deep over the middle on a seam. It's going to be picked off by Montez. Thompson is at the 20, 25, 30. Comes back left to the 35, 40, 45. He's got a block. Ooh, close one. 40, 30, 40.
Number 0 will chase him down from behind. He was the intended receiver on that play.
Oh, 0?
Yeah, 0 for the Ore City Rebels. That would be Kyler Rowe. He ends up making the chase down run from behind. he frustrated, but Montez coming up with the big pick. He couldn't get one earlier when it was wide open in the air, but that tough
Coach
one
jumped
ends
on
up
him and he said, "Hey, but Coach, there you go. I was where I was supposed to be this time."
And, you know, it's also pretty impressive because Ore City had been pounding it up the middle every play, and then they come out with that fake dive looking for the pass. You think you're going to have a wide-open receiver, but this young sophomore, he's on his assignment.
Yeah, and Coach is over there telling him. So here comes the Waskom Wildcat offense.
Number 6, Chris Hernandez, getting ready to get under center here.
Looks like we got a different slot on the right side. It won't be Joe Irving.
Is that number 9?
Yeah, it'll be, yep, Elijah Motkins.
Elijah Motkins. Number 6 will take the snap, and he'll keep it. He runs up the middle. He's got a lot of room.
Oh, the ball comes loose. Ooh, and thankfully,
The ball came out, but luckily DeAndre Prince, who we've been calling a lot, he started with the ball, gave it to Chris. Chris gave it back to him.
yeah, at the 15.
And it'll actually be extra yardage, so they got about 5 yards off that fumble.
So the Wildcats have another receiver coming in. It'll be number 8, Buffin. Davion Buffin will be out wide right.
Number 6, Hernandez, getting ready to take this snap. Gets set. Number 4, motions right. They hand it up the middle to Agundez, and he'll get a nice run. 57 and 52 on the line. I mean, blowing their guys back about 15 yards. They were ready to take them to the bus.
Daniel Garcia, number 52, and Brody Ball, number 55, doing a great job on the offensive line.
And that will make it second and a couple of yards, but we're inside the red zone here. Red zone coverage tonight brought to you by Ammerman Law Firm. If you need a personal injury lawyer, call Jim Ammerman at 903-200-88888. Our clients become family. Number 6, Chris Hernandez takes the snap again, hands it right up the middle to 21 Agundez again. The Wildcats just looking to pound their way to this 1st and goal as they set up for what looks like is going to be a 3rd and 1.
43 seconds is clicking down on the first quarter.
That's right. For under 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 3rd and 1. It looks like they won't just take an instant snap there. He'll look over to Coach.
But the play clock is less than the
Yeah, they got
clock.
about 6-second difference, so they will have to take a snap here.
Ball's on the 5, 3rd and 1.
Chris has got the play. DeAndre Prince set to snap the ball, though. Number 4 on the jet right. He'll cut back up the middle. And number 4, Kelton Williams, takes that into the end zone. Actually almost got trucked there by a big defensive lineman, but he wasn't strong enough to take down Kelton. That'll be another Wildcat touchdown. Touchdowns brought to you by Marshall Hometown Tire. Our family keeping your family rolling since 1970.
So 11 seconds.
11 seconds to go. 20-0. Your Waskom Wildcats on top as number 6, Chris Hernandez, sets to kick this through the uprights. Number 1, Jackson Hicks takes a snap, set, kick, and that'll be straight through the, they'll say it's a little bit wide left.
Wide left, so the Wildcats come up short on the extra point. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with some more Waskom Wildcat football.
Hey Wildcat fans, this is Josh Manus, attorney at law. Let's all support the Wildcats for a great season every Friday night. Hopefully we'll have a long playoff season as well. If you ever need a personal injury attorney, check us out at joshmanus.com. No longer do you need to call anyone in Dallas or Tyler. Since January 1 of this year, we've had over $10 million in verdicts and settlements. Check out our website at joshmanus.com.
We're back here live, Jimmy Eacock Stadium. Your Waskom Wildcats just scored again against the Ore City Rebels. The score is 20-0 with 11 seconds left in the first quarter.
So the Wildcats out here to a big lead to start this whiteout homecoming game. The 10-year anniversary of the state championship. They got those champions in the stand, and they're putting on a show for them tonight. The stands here are packed on the home side, filled to the brim. Tons of alumni, current students, family, and friends here at Jimmy Eacock Stadium really enjoying this one. And there's a lot to enjoy as this has been a high-scoring first quarter for your Wildcats. Not much action if you're over there on the Rebels sideline tonight.
11 seconds here. Probably get one play after the kickoff, depending on what happens here. Your Wildcats are 20-0. Number 12, Kavanaugh, will be back to receive the kickoff.
as well as number 0, Kyler Rowe, who
Oh,
has
he
took every
bobbles it at
kickoff
the
back, and he
10.
does again. He'll go left,
Oh, I thought he had the
and
ball.
he's an aggressive runner, y'all. He hits the hole quick, but he'll be stopped instantly there. Currently, other scores from around the area. The Beckville Bearcats taking down the Waskom Wildcat rival, Elysian Fields Yellow Jackets. That score is 6-0 with 1 minute left in the first. The Tatum Eagles are on top of Sabine, 22-0 as that first quarter winds down. And then the Hawkins Hawks trailing Union Grove 7-0 in the start of the second quarter.
So we'll come out on defense. Looks like Bubba Jones will come out at linebacker on the right side. John Patrick will be in the middle, and Joe Irving's on the left side. Go back to the different defensive line. Leo Gundes back at defensive end. JD still in the middle with Caleb Mann. On the right side, we'll catch him after Kavanaugh fakes the jet and hands off tackle to his fullback. And they tackle him forward, or he picked up extra yards from the tackle.
And it also looks like number 60, J.D. Stevens, is having his way with the offensive lineman, putting him on his back there.
And that was 61, Aiden Corbett, playing that other right side D, and now he was on the left. They moved him to the right. We ended the first quarter. Your Waskom Wildcats leading the Ore City Rebels 20-0. We're here, Waskom's homecoming 2024. Cheney had mentioned about the state championship team. They did an induction and inducted them into the Hall of Fame here at Waskom, along with Kim Hill Jimerson, basketball standout athlete, and Tommy Reasons, a football legend from 71 to 74.
Yeah.
And then now we're here.
And as we talk about all the history is not looking to change here tonight, as the Wildcats are having their way with the Rebels. Kelton Williams, Joe Irving started
Joe
off
Irving's
the
got
game
2
with that
touchdowns.
70-yard touchdown run. Then he had another one just right there at the goal line. Definitely could be a contender for the player of the game. Our player of the game tonight will be brought to you by East Texas Septic. Owners Randy and Elisa Pilkington have been providing septic services to the local area for over 20 years. A straight flush beats a full house.
And Montez Thompson, number 23, had intercepted the ball, and the Wildcats took it down.
And as the
Captain
second quarter
Williams
starts, they'll flip sides on the field.
Kavanaugh gets the snap, and he goes right. He's going to be at the 25, 30, 35, and he's out of bounds at the 40.
Really good run. But they flip sides of the field here, so be going the other direction.
So now Orsi will be heading north, and the Wildcats will be going south. 11 minutes, 51 seconds. Wildcats are in the lead 20-0. The ball is actually going to be spotted at the 38-yard line of the Ore City Rebels. So Kavanaugh comes under center, and they like to move the receivers over each side. Now they're on the left side, on the Waskom side. No motion, gives it to a fullback and keeps it and follows behind him.
He had to pull that one out because number 60, J.D. Stevens, there to stuff the fullback immediately.
It looks like Leo Agundes is in there as well, but
Oh,
got double teamed.
And
by a
J.D. looks to have had a malfunction of some kind. He's done ripped something off, a belt or part of his jersey. Don't know what that was, but he's left it there on the field, and he's ready for some more action.
Gage Kavanaugh is picking up all the yards for the Rebels, and he picked up 5 there, bringing up a second down and 5 at the Ore City 43-yard line. He's under center. Keeps those receivers here on the Waskom side, on the left side. Motion left from a slot. He goes back right, and he gets a pass off instead of a pitch, and they're going to be back at the line of scrimmage, covered well by number 7, Bubba Jones, for your Waskom Wildcats.
And a broken play there, but number 12, Kavanaugh, able to make something out of it.
Somebody was in the grass. Who had a hold of him back there? Did you
I
catch?
couldn't catch the number. It's also getting very loud here at Jimmy E. Cox Stadium. These cheerleaders and the fans, they're getting rowdy for this Wildcat defense.
Coach Lawson, he's out on the numbers. He's firing up the defense.
Giving them the play. We got number 5 is on Jace Calhoun as the cornerback out here on the right side of the field.
They'll motion left on the jet, and he gives it.
Oh,
They fake that jet, and they give it under to the fullback. And
instantly
Yeah,
stuffed by
DeAndre Prince.
57, DeAndre Prince. also could be contender for player of the game.
Well, you know, he was player of the game last week, so we probably want to spread it around. But if he keeps doing tackles or like that, we may do a dual player of the week.
And he's been good on both sides of the ball. No snap mess-ups. His quarterback fumbled, and he recovered it. So.
And, you know, they've run that several times. They'll run that fake jet and do a counter to the fullback. And, like you said, DeAndre Prince is just keying on that because he's playing inside. And on this midline option, somebody's always got to be on that fullback. Is that a train?
Train horn sounds like.
That's actual train, I believe.
Oh,
They can set the punt with the train going off, and they get it, and he's punting at the 30. And we have Jace Calhoun back here along with Kelton. No, that's Joe Irving's going to get it at the 30. No, that's Kelton.
Number 4, Kelton Williams.
He's
He cuts back up the middle. He looks left.
He's gone.
He's got some room. No one is someone going to 21 has got some
10.
chance, but he don't. 10-5 touchdown, Kelton Williams on that punt return for your Waskom Wildcats. That touchdown is brought to you tonight by Marshall Hometown Tire, our family keeping your family rolling since 1970.
So that's Julie. That's a 73. They threw his thing down at the 28.
Okay.
So what is that?
That's about a 72-yard return then. If you use that to 28. Really good return there. He went up the middle, saw that green grass to the left, cut out left, and 21 had about a 15-yard gap on him, but he could not catch him. Turned on the afterburners.
Chris sets to kick the extra point.
Jackson Hicks will
2
take
for
the snap.
3.
Snaps good, holds good, and that kick will be right through the uprights. So 27-0, 9 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the second quarter. We've had a great first half of Waskom Wildcat football, and we'll be right back with you.
This is Matt Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet. At both our Ford and Chevrolet stores, we take pride in supporting athletics in our local communities. In our experience, athletic programs teach kids valuable lessons like teamwork, perseverance, and character. So from all of us at Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet, go Wildcat.
The Waskom Independent School District, a leader in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities, teaching our children the importance of being good citizens, the desire to attend major universities, and come back home with an education to grow the community in East Texas. With grades pre-K through 12, the Waskom Independent School District is proud of their faculty and staff and their commitment to the very best for all students. Go Wildcats!
Go Wildcats indeed, and we're back with 9 minutes and 4 seconds left in the first half of football. Second quarter, 27 for your Waskom Wildcats. Big donut O for the Ore City Rebels.
So we've only missed one extra PAT, or we'd be at 28. The Wildcats are looking really good on offense and defense.
Definitely so. Not missing that 1 point right now.
Well, and it's good for the homecoming fans coming. And Cheney mentioned the stands, but if you look down around the fence, they're standing all along the outside of the fence as well.
Same people back to return. We can expect that it'll be a deep kick up the middle, and number 0, Kyler Rowe, will return it.
It comes over to left to number 2.
Oh, number 2 will take the return. He gets it at the 10-yard line, and number 5 will come in with some aggression. Jace Calhoun, he won't even tackle him. He'll just drag him out of bounds.
And that was
Coach is fired up with him.
Eliza Thornburg was the returner for the Rebels.
And the Wildcats are fired up, from the coaching staff to the players to the cheerleaders to the waterman. We are out here excited tonight at Jimmy E. Cox Stadium in Waskom, Texas.
The homecoming fans, I know Sue Kaw is back, first home game in a long time. I can't say when's the last time she's been in the stands. She was down there talking to, and she is down there with Kendrick Benton. He's probably the best basketball player we've ever had in Waskom. And Kendrick's down there. Sue Kaw used to go with her husband Mike Kaw and watch them play basketball all over the state of Texas. And Kavanaugh's setting the shotgun now. He's got 2 receivers right, 1 left. He takes the snap. He's going to roll out right, and Bubba's right there in his face, and he rolls and gets the pass off, though. Good job by Kavanaugh. And he spins out of the weak tackle by the Wildcats and gets to the 41.
Be a really good run after the catch there from, was that 21? Is that the fullback?
So 21 would be
Maverick Maine. As Julie's over here letting us know, that's their Rebels' biggest play of the game so far. So with that one, they'll be 1st and 10, set up at their own 38-yard line.
So
8 minutes, 48 seconds to go.
Kavanaugh breaks this huddle. And they'll keep those receivers out here on the left side. He's under center now. Motion left is number 0. He gives it to his fullback, and he's going to go off tackle or a dive up there on the left side.
And 5 Wildcats all on top of him. That one had to hurt.
Yeah, 56 Harley Martin was the first one there leading the Wildcats. So now we flipped. We can see Bubba Jones here on the right side, linebacker, and we got Elijah Mockins as the DB on the right side. On the left side over there is number 8, Davion Buffin. Our 2 safeties now are number 6, Chris Hernandez, and 23, Montez Thompson. Kavanaugh breaks his huddle. Got 2 receivers to the left, under center, motion left, and he's going to give it to that fullback. Going right and pitches it right to 1, and he's going to be upended there for right back to the line of scrimmage when he stretched out.
And it looks like number 15, Jaden Miner, getting in there on the tackle.
Well, that's good. Jaden Miner, a sophomore linebacker.
Number 79, Caleb Mann, was also over there on the play.
Kavanaugh was over there with Coach Kubiak on the numbers, getting the play, and now he's back in the huddle. He breaks the huddle. He's still sending 2 receivers to the left. He'll be in the shotgun again. His fullback's on his left side, 1 receiver to the right. Gets the snap, and he looks right for a quick out pass, and he gets it to 21, and he's going to be real close.
Bobbled
He picks
that
up the
catch,
first down.
but he's able to bring it into his body.
Yeah, the referee could have did a little juggly, but he didn't. So now the Ore City Rebels moving the ball a little bit.
Yeah, they're almost across the 50-yard line. They've almost made it to the other side of the field.
So that was 21 on the reception, Maverick Maine.
And DeAndre Prince will sub out of the game, get him a little rest. Number 79 will move over to that nose guard, and number 60, J.D. Prince, will take over on that left side.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Kavanaugh has a slot receiver going right behind him. He gives it to his back and keeps it off tackle. The quarterback, 12. Kavanaugh spins from 2 cats and picks up 4 yards.
Number 56, Harley Martin, in there on the tackle. Looks like the Rebels went with a different snap count there because the Wildcats kind of did a little shake, but nobody jumped off sides. So.
And they are doing a lot of different formation sets and moving in and out of shotgun. And I noticed they'll do that motion left and they'll do that option going back counter on the right side. But the Wildcats have been able to pick up on that.
Definitely a good offensive mind over there for the Rebels, but it's just a tough one with all the speed that you have to deal with on this Wildcat defense.
Kavanaugh has 2 receivers right. He motions a jet left, and he gives it to 0 coming underneath, and he's going to get around the edge and pick up a couple of yards.
And that's kind of the mindset in running that trips right, trips left, and running to the other side of the field. You want all those speed guys to be as far away as they can to try to get some kind of play on the other end of the field.
So number 0, Kyler Rowe, picks up a few yards. They'll bring up a 3rd and 3.
And they've crossed the 50-yard line.
6 minutes, 27 seconds. Your Wildcats are up 27-0. The ball is at the 44-yard line of the Wildcats. Ore City's heading north. They have 2 receivers right. One's covered. The inside guy's covered by the outside guy. Shotgun, fullback on the left. Kavanaugh calls for the snap, and he rolls behind his quarterback sweep left, and he's going to pick up that first down.
And like I said, that's exactly what Coach Kubiak is doing here. He's pulling those fast Waskom corners and safeties over there to that other end of the field, making you cover the pass so his athletic quarterback can get these yards running over here on the left side of the field.
Yeah, so they're going to need to make an adjustment here. And they're talking to the cornerbacks over here. Davion Buffin switching out, bringing in Elijah Mockins, number 9. So yeah, they go back to the flex bone now, but he'll stay in a shotgun version here. Fullback's on the left, and he's looking to pass, and he throws a quick, and he's wide open, and it hits him. 21 in for the score.
And just a dot over there on the right side of the
12
field.
has come alive.
A really good throw. right in his hands as he's running.
So that's a 40-yard pass from number 12 to number 21 with 6 minutes and 15 seconds left in the half.
And the Rebels have some life.
Well, and that was a pretty good-looking drive by the Rebels. They were moving the ball, doing a little bit different than they did on the first few possessions. And as you mentioned, number 12 has really stepped it up for his team. Who's the kicker there?
And they had the kicker?
Yeah.
The kicker for the Rebels is going to be number 22, Eneko Sanz.
It looks like he can kick.
And he puts it through the uprights. He's excited to get out here on the field today.
Yeah, he's been waiting to kick the extra point.
Chris Hernandez coming off the field. He's saying, Coach, let's go get another one real quick. 6 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Your Wildcats are on top 27-7 in the second quarter. And we'll be right back with you with some more Wildcat football.
Five Star Builders, the leader in barn construction and barn dominium construction, garage, storage buildings, all for you the way you want them. We have the experience, we have the knowledge, and we have the qualified men to do the job right for you. Check it out. Call 903-407-7627 to get a qualified representative to come speak to you. That's 407-7627. Go Wildcats.
And we're back. 6 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the second quarter, 27-7. Your Wildcats on top. We got some updates on the scores around the area. The Yellow Jackets heard me talking some smack up here, and they've tied up the football game against the Beckville Bearcats. That game's 6-6 in the second quarter. Tatum is having their way with Sabine, 36-0. We've got DeKalb over Hugh Springs, 14-0. The Elkhart Elks are trailing the West Rusk Raiders, 7-0. Dangerfields over Redwater right now, 14-0. And Julie's Hallsville Bobcats are having a tough one right now, 7-0 in the first quarter against Texarkana, Texas. And then Queen City is trailing Hooks, 7-0.
Is this the first kickoff to the Wildcats?
Yeah, this will be the first kickoff to the Wildcats today. 22's excited. He's been. Oh, they'll go with the onside boot kick.
Ooh, and it's bobbled, but recovered by Jackson.
Fall on it, Jackson Hicks. Good coverage there. Almost bobbled it away, but he's able to recover and fall on it. That's exactly why you want someone with hands over there.
That's one of the Wildcats' receivers.
It's tricky to get the ball off the bounce, especially on a turf field. There's a lot more balance on the ball.
6 minutes, 13 seconds, 27-7 here in Waskom. The Ore City Rebels down to the Waskom Wildcats. The Ore City Rebels have their defense out there waiting on the Waskom Wildcat offense over here with their coaches. They'll be coming off the numbers, heading to the field of play.
So up 20. Wildcats trot onto the field. I'm not seeing Chris Hernandez here. So it's looking like number 4, Kelton Williams, is going to be taking a shotgun snap. He's got Joe Irving to his right. I didn't get who's over there to the left. He takes the snap. He hands it off to Joe Irving. Joe Irving's going left, the 40, the 30, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown.
40.
Joe Irving is having his way here. That's a 40-yard touchdown. 49-yard touchdown run. He gives a big salute there in the end zone. Him and 23, Montez celebrating. And the Wildcats will go up here 33-7 as they get set for the PAT.
So 6 minutes, 1 second left in the half. Waskom goes up 33-7. Now, Chris, look, he's got to walk out there.
Now he's walking out there for the gate. That's very draining for the Rebels. They had that long but perfect, well put together drive on offense to put 7 up. The Wildcats come out here in a different formation, run one play to the left, and that's all Joe Irving needs is one play to take it to the house.
And a different quarterback.
And a different quarterback as well, Kelton taking that.
Uh-oh. They blew the whistle before.
We got
kick.
looks like it's either going to be a false start.
Or it would be offside since they stopped it?
It wouldn't be offside since they stopped. False start against the Wildcats. So they'll back up, and we'll see if Lawson wants to take this little bit longer PAT or if he wants to go for 2. The offense has not had a problem scoring from 40, 70 yards, but looks like he's going to keep this field goal crew out here
See what
and
Chris
see
can
what
do.
Chris can do. He's missed one tonight, a little bit deeper. We'll see how it goes.
So that'll be, it'll become a 25-yard. Yep. Well, actually,
And that touchdown was brought to you by Marshall Hometown Tire, our family keeping your family rolling since 1970.
Yeah, he moving it back. I was like, why is that not a 25?
So Jackson Hicks was setting up to take that snap a little bit too deep, but they fixed that. He'll get it. Place is good.
Come on, Chris.
Kick is up. And that one looks like it could have been good from about 40 yards, folks.
That's what we need to see.
That's what we need to see. The Wildcats will go up 34-7, 6 minutes, 1 second left in the second quarter. The Wildcats on a roll. And we'll be back with some more Waskom Wildcat football.
East Tex Telephone Cooperative is a proud sponsor of all things Waskom Wildcats, academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities. East Tex Telephone commends the hard work and dedication put forth by all students, faculty, staff, and administration. It is through hard work and sacrifice that winners emerge. Best of luck from East Tex Telephone, servicing the telecommunications needs of rural East Texas since 1952. Go Waskom Wildcats!
Hey Wildcat fans, this is Josh Manus, attorney at law. Let's all support the Wildcats for a great season every Friday night. Hopefully we'll have a long playoff season as well. If you ever need a personal injury attorney, check us out at joshmanus.com. No longer do you need to call anyone in Dallas or Tyler. Since January 1 of this year, we've had over $10 million in verdicts and settlements. Check out our website at joshmanus.com.
So we appreciate Manus for that. Definitely the Wildcats are rolling here tonight. 6 minutes, 1 second left to go in the first half, second quarter, 34-7. Number 6, Chris Hernandez will boot this one deep. And it looks like number 0 and 2 back there to return again. 2 says, let me get this one again. And Jace Calhoun and number
Davion
8,
Buffett.
Davion Buffett come in there and lay the Wildcat boom.
Yeah, one went high, one went low, and Davion come up with a tackle.
That was number 9, I'm sorry.
Elijah Watkins. So is that the one that took his helmet off? Is that number 9?
That's 5.
Yeah,
Jace
that's
Calhoun.
Jace.
That was my bad. The number 9's jersey was scrunched up. I thought it was number 8, but it's actually 9.
Oh, that made the tackle.
Yeah. So 5 minutes, 54 seconds to go. The Rebels will come out and set up at their own 21-yard line. 1st and 10.
Wildcats defense is already set and waiting for the Rebels. Let's see if the Rebels can move the ball again. Coming off that last drive, scoring 7 against Wildcats in the air. Kavanaugh puts 2 receivers to the left. If Cheney is right, they will run right with the quarterback or the fullback.
Or you'll see a jet sweep.
Motion right. And he's going to come back, give it, and go right. Oh, he runs into his own man because of
number 21.
Leo Agundas, the small guy you talked about.
Yeah, he's having his way there with that left guard.
Yeah, heading 5 yards back.
Quarterback ran straight into the back of the left guard and just fell out.
And, you know, the Wildcats are known for small defensive linemen. Even the state championship teams had some couple
Very
of
true.
small.
You see, number 12 is taking a beating here tonight. His jersey's all scraggled every which way. He's been pulled and tugged. And he is ready to get a break. Ready to go into the half.
5 minutes, 19 seconds. Clock's ticking down here in the first half. 34-7. The Wildcats are up over the Ore City Rebels. Kavanaugh now puts a receiver out wide right, 2 to the left. He's in the shotgun. He gets it. He looks right for that same receiver, 21, and we're going to miss the tackle again. But then he recovers. Kelton Williams gets him down with a gain of 9.
And that was a one-handed snag.
Yeah, 21
turned behind his back and grabbed it with one hand there.
21 is doing a great job of receiving Maverick Maine for the Ore City Rebels. So the Ore City Rebels come up here with a 3rd and 1 at the 30. And it looks like they're going to call it. It's going to come to a timeout. Timeout.
And that timeout is going to be brought to you by Clay Allen Real Estate. At Clay Allen Real Estate, we care.
So we're going to take a timeout with them, and we'll be right back with some more Waskom Wildcat football.
This is Matt Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet. At both our Ford and Chevrolet stores, we take pride in supporting athletics in our local communities. In our experience, athletic programs teach kids valuable lessons like teamwork, perseverance, and character. So from all of us at Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet, go Wildcat.
All right, back here live, Jimmy E. Cox Stadium. Your Waskom Wildcats are up over the Ore City Rebels, 34-7 with 5 minutes left in the half. And I believe, well, they didn't mark it on the board, but I think Ore City took that timeout.
Yeah, I can't remember, but maybe the Rebels want to regroup here. Definitely they want to score on this drive. It's big third down for them. Need to get the first here. Got to get something going.
And the ball is on the right hash over on the Ore City side at the 30. And now the officials are doing some communicating, or he's just fixing his hat. So here comes the Rebels out of the timeout.
Number 10, Joe Irvin's out here playing linebacker. He's definitely a contender for player of the game as he has over 100 yards and 3 touchdowns.
The Rebels now are in the flex bone formation. Kavanaugh's waiting, got under center, no motion, and they're just going to barrel for the first down. And he's going to go with that rugby style play, and he's finally down after picking up 9.
A really good run up the middle, just a QB sneak right in the back of the center there. They got a really good push on the Wildcats. And another thing I noticed from the Wildcat defense is they want that football to come out. They don't just want to wrap up and take you down. They're pulling and clawing at that football.
So now the ball is at the 38-yard line. 1st and 10. The Rebels have 4 minutes and 48 seconds to do something here. Each have 2 timeouts. Kavanaugh has 2 receivers right, under center, no motion. He takes the snap, gets the fullback, pulls it out, and he's going to get that pitch at the last second. And gets the edge there on the linebacker of the Wildcats, number 0.
He'll be ran out of bounds there by number 50, John Patrick.
Kyler Rowe on the carry. That was a good job by Kavanaugh. He had it to the last second. Wildcats had him and the fullback, but no one was in a good position to get number 0, and he picked up 4 yards. Looks like it'll be a 2nd down and 6, or it looks like he picked up 5 yards. 2nd down and 5. 4 minutes, 33 seconds, 34-7. Kavanaugh breaks the huddle. Got a receiver in tight on the right. Motion jet right, gives it to the fullback, and he's going to go off tackle, but he's going to get. No, he pulled it out. Oh no, he pulled it away.
Fumble.
No, yeah.
Number 23, Montez takes the ball. He's going to look to run left. He makes a move. He makes a cut. He makes a couple guys miss. He'll finally be knocked out of down by a host of Rebels just across the. Looks like they'll mark it at the 30-yard line, I believe, maybe just across the 30. But the Wildcats will take over 1st and 10. They'll mark it at the 29-yard line.
So 22-yard fumble recovery by Montez Thompson.
And it looked like, if I'm not mistaken, it was either DeAndre Prince or number 57, DeAndre Prince slung that running back. The ball come free. As I told you, number 0, he does not secure the football. And right there is the problem with that. As he got slung, the football flew out deep about 6 yards into the field. And the safety, Montez, able to recover the fumble and get a good run left to set up 1st and 10.
4 minutes, 18 seconds, 34-7. The Wildcats are up over the Ore City Rebels here at their homecoming 2024.
Chris Hernandez under center. Wildcats get set. Motion right. They'll hand it right up the middle, and he'll just get a couple of yards.
I think that was Bubba Jones on the carry, number 7.
Bubba Jones running it up the middle. Bring up about 2nd and 8 for the Wildcats. As we do come down to deciding a player of the game, that will be brought to you by East Texas Septic. Owners Randy and Elisa Pilkington have been providing septic services to the local area over 20 years. A straight flush beats a full house.
So, folks, as we mentioned, Nate Espy is the fullback along with Leo Agundez. Nate is out for a few weeks. So Leo Agundez is starting that position, and it looks like now your number 7, Bubba Jones, will be filling that role as well here with Chris Hernandez.
And Chase Calhoun and Irving at the slots. Or who's that other left slot over there? And
Coach
it looks like
got
we're going
angry.
to be oh, yeah. Coach getting on the field. Be a timeout for your Wildcats. That timeout is brought to you by Clay Allen Real Estate. At Clay Allen Real Estate, we care.
We'll stay right here. 103.9 KMHT, the sports beat of East Texas. We're bringing you all the action, not only here tonight, but all around East Texas with KMHT and KGAS always supporting the local athletics of all the area teams. Wildcats are coming out of that timeout pretty quick. They're getting back on the field right now.
Yeah, it must have, and that's why he's so angry. Is it's something simple they needed to fix, and that's something Coach really just wants them to already have right. But it looks like he's corrected it here. Chris Hernandez, Bubba Jones, Jace Calhoun, and I can't catch that other
I believe it's
slot.
gonna be
I believe it's
Kelton.
Elijah Modkins.
Is it Elijah? Let's see.
It
over
looks like
here.
number 9.
Okay. I think you're right.
It is. I can see it
Yeah,
now.
'cause
It's number 9.
Kelton's right here.
So Chris Hernandez takes the snap. Looked like some confusion on the motion, but he'll keep it himself. Chris Hernandez making
Get
2
down.
guys miss, and they will stuff him.
He will not
He
go
won't
down.
go to the ground, though. Very aggressive runner. But that'll be good enough for a first down and bring us into the red zone. Your red zone coverage is brought to you by Emmerman Law Firm. If you need a personal injury lawyer, call Jim Emmerman at 903-200-8888. Our clients become family.
So the ball will be at 11, 1st and 10 for your
And
Waskom
the
Wildcats.
clock's ticking down here in the first half. 3 minutes and 13 seconds to go. Chris Hernandez trying to get everybody to get the play right. He gets set. They'll motion right. He hands it up the middle to Agundez, and Agundez will have an easy time strolling into the end zone. Number 56, number 55 making it look easy for him. That's Harley Martin, and 55 is Brody Ball.
Brody Ball.
So the offensive line taking care of business there. The fullback just strolls right in for another Waskom Wildcat touchdown
With 3 minutes and 1 second.
to go. It'll be 40-7 as we get ready for the place kick. Touchdowns tonight are brought to you by Marshall Hometown Tire, our family keeping your family rolling since 1970.
So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with some more Waskom Wildcat football.
The Waskom Independent School District, a leader in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities, teaching our children the importance of being good citizens, the desire to attend major universities, and come back home with an education to grow the community in East Texas. With grades pre-K through 12, the Waskom Independent School District is proud of their faculty and staff and their commitment to the very best for all students. Go Wildcats!
And we're back here at Jimmy E. Cox Stadium in Waskom, Texas. 7-5-6-9-2, 41-7. 3 minutes and 1 second left to go in this first half of football, second quarter. This last 5 minutes of the game has taken a little bit to get through.
Yeah, it kind of slowed down there for some reason, but there's been a lot of action. The War City Rebels got that pass after quite a few plays, got it in the end zone, and the Wildcats just keep striking back, and they stopped them on a fumble. Montez Thompson took it 22 yards, and then the offense is just rolling tonight.
It is a steamroll for this Waskom Wildcat offense, and this is what we've wanted to see from Waskom. You know, that they've had some tough competition to start out the season, especially the pre-district games, but we're looking for them to be some dominating district champions if all things go well for the Wildcats.
That's right, and the Wildcats got this here tonight, the Ore City, as Cheney mentioned earlier in the broadcast, struggling this season as well as the end of last season. Wildcats need to keep this kind of action going when we face some of the more tougher teams in the district.
And we say his name a lot, but Chris Hernandez will boot that ball deep, and number 0 will finally get taken again. He fields it at the 7. He'll look to run up the middle, but he cuts back out left. Runs
stops
very awkwardly. He does. He makes stops, and he slings that football out from outside of his body. He does not tuck and run at all. It's very interesting to see.
So here comes the Wildcat defense. With 2 minutes and 50 seconds, you think we'll see another score either way?
My prediction is Waskom will score again before this half ends.
So we'll see if the defense can get them out on a 3 and out. Ore City's over on the numbers on their side of the field as the Wildcats are already on the field set up to play defense.
It's not over till it's over, but it is a tough looking comeback for the Rebels as they're down big here, down 34.
2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the half. Kavanaugh gets his offense back out on the field. They're set, got 2 receivers right. He's now under center motion right. He has a slot, and he fakes it and does a counter left to the slot, coming slowly to the left, and it was like a slow motion play. Even our tackler, Chris, was there, 6, and then 13 Landon come over and gave him a little bit of a hit. They're going to pick up 1 yard.
I want to call that a little bit of a hit. For everyone listening on the radio, 13 came and laid the boom. Chris Hernandez wrapped him up, and 13 came and cleaned up business, straight took him out.
Well, when they come on the boom, I like to see him take him all the way to the ground. He come and bumped him, and he rolled off of Chris's tackle to the ground.
He barely put his hands on him, and he flew to the ground.
So that was a slow-moving play, and here comes Kavanaugh again. Tight flex formation, motion right again with that slot, and he's going back to pass. He's looking right. There's a lot of coverage out there, but there's a wide-open receiver, and that was the boom. Captain Williams just laid him out.
So
But that was a great catch.
good catch by number 0. Really great play by the Rebels.
Oh, that's number 0.
Number 0, yep, Kyler Rowe catching the football there.
So, Kyler Rowe out there on the pass, he looked to be a little bit faster out there on the pass route than he does when he's running.
Maybe so, maybe because he doesn't have to sling the football around.
Had the
all
ball.
awkward.
So he's a really good receiver. That was a good play by the
Rebels
Rebels.
on a roll here, under 2 minutes to go in the first half.
He's going to move a receiver over to the right. One's in tight on the right side. He's got one out wide on the left. And they motion, and the quarterback's just going to fall. Ooh, he breaks loose.
He kind
Picks
of
up the
lost
first
his
down.
footing there, but then caught it. Ends up getting over 13 yards. It'll be a first down
33.
for the Rebels.
Now that he's going to spot at the 34.
And the Rebels are coming alive
he
here
keeps-
a little bit tonight.
He keeps easing up.
There'll be a timeout. Timeout from the Ore City Rebels. Timeout tonight are brought to you by Clay Allen Real Estate. At Clay Allen Real Estate, we care.
And we're going to stay here in the timeout. We're close to halftime with 1:34 just left in the half. Wildcats are up 41-7 over the Ore City Rebels.
And my prediction might not come true here is the Ore City Rebels are rolling with the football and eating up the clock. When they first came out on offense, they were very quick, snapping the ball quick. Now we've seen them slow down. They're taking their time. The last few plays, they've let the play clock drip down to just under 6 seconds, and then they take the snap.
When I noticed the Wildcats have 2 players that are not on the roster, number 3 and number 12 must have been moved up from junior varsity. We'll have to catch their names and get them called. So then here comes the Ore City Rebels out of the timeout. They're going to be in the flex bone. Kyler Rowe that just caught the pass. He's over talking to the coach, and he's going to get in the slot. Now Kavanaugh's going over there from the shotgun to see what he was talking with the coach about. He's back in the shotgun. No motion. And he's looking to pass. He throws a... Oh, it's going to be knocked down by... No, he tried...
Number 4, Kelton Williams. He wanted to get that pick. He takes a knee and puts his hand on his head. He's frustrated there. He went right through Kelton's hands. Earlier, as Michael was saying, it looked like a coach was talking to the player, but I believe that's his father. He's not in any coaching attire, and he's now standing off.
Oh, you mean it wasn't a coach?
Yeah, it was not a coach talking to the player there on the field. It looks to be a...
He may have gotten shooken up. But what was Kelton? He was right about the 2?
When he missed the...
yeah.
He was about the 2-yard
I would have
line.
liked to see him catch that just to see him run.
Maybe get a 98-yard return.
Kavanaugh has 2 receivers right. Motion left with his fullback. He was going to try to pitch it, but Leo Agundez was right there in the mesh. No action there on the option. Sack for Leo Agundez. Now here comes Chris Hernandez out for number 3. Number 3, and we've seen him, I think last week. We need to get his number, get the new updated roster. Wildcats adding a few from JV. Like Cheney had said, I think both teams only have like 22 to 24 players total. Kavanaugh with 51 seconds here. It's going to be in the shotgun. Takes the snap, and he's just rolling right. Agundez gets blocks, and he throws a bomb, and it's going to be overthrown, and Chris is going to pick it off in the end zone, and he's going to bring it out. 2 yards deep. He's at the 5, the 10. He's going to skate around and go back left.
He's looking every which way, and he gets...
Well, he gets his 25.
Slung around by 24. 24 had his way with him there. That is Sladen Wright from the Ore City Rebels making the stop there. But with 33 seconds, we'll see if the Wildcats come out here and probably just run the clock into the second half, or they may go for a touchdown.
I think they'll go for a touchdown. Who do you think they'll give it to?
If they go for a touchdown, I would give it to number 10, Joe Irving, as he has had his way tonight. Over 100 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns in the first half. Really impressive game from
So do you
number
think
10,
the
Joe
coach will
Irving.
come out and take a knee or run a play?
It's hard to say. It is homecoming night. There's a lot of excitement in the air. But when you're pummeling an opponent like this in the first half, sometimes
You think he'll take
It's
a knee?
almost out of class that you take a knee.
I think he's fixing to hand it off, big guy.
Julie says it depends how much he likes Ore City Rebels, so.
Well, and it depends on the past few weeks, but it looks like they are going to take a knee because Joe Irvin's going to the back. So they're getting in victory formation, even though it's not the end of the game. And as Cheney said, there's some class from Coach.
This is good clock management here. You don't want to make a mistake. You don't want to give a fumble or a touchdown or your star player go down hurt for nothing.
Did you see Chris like he was ready?
So the Wildcats are fired up here. They're excited as they take off into that beautiful locker room. We talked about them getting 15 seconds is they're going to let it run off the clock. Your Wildcats are up 41-7 on this whiteout homecoming night against the Ore City Rebels.
So we're going to go to halftime. We'll maybe have some halftime action for you. Certainly on the camera, we'll get our outside mics going so we can see that. And we'll see what kind of festivities have. And then we'll come back with a first half wrap-up.
Definitely don't go anywhere, folks, because this is an electrifying one for the Waskom Wildcats.
All right, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with some halftime festivities.
Five Star Builders, the leader in barn construction and barn dominium construction, garage, storage buildings, all for you the way you want them. We have the experience, we have the knowledge, and we have the qualified men to do the job right for you. Check it out. Call 903-407-7627. Get a qualified representative to come speak to you. That's 407-7627. Go Wildcats.
East Tex Telephone Cooperative is a proud sponsor of all things Waskom Wildcats, academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities. East Tex Telephone commends the hard work and dedication put forth by all students, faculty, staff, and administration. It is through hard work and sacrifice that winners emerge. Best of luck from East Tex Telephone, servicing the telecommunications needs of rural East Texas since 1952. Go Waskom Wildcats!
Hey Wildcat fans, this is Josh Manus, attorney at law. Let's all support the Wildcats for a great season every Friday night. Hopefully we'll have a long playoff season as well. If you ever need a personal injury attorney, check us out at joshmanus.com. No longer do you need to call anyone in Dallas or Tyler. Since January 1 of this year, we've had over $10 million in verdicts and settlements. Check out our website at joshmanus.com.
This is Matt Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet. At both our Ford and Chevrolet stores, we take pride in supporting athletics in our local communities. In our experience, athletic programs teach kids valuable lessons like teamwork, perseverance, and character. So from all of us at Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet, go Wildcat!
The Waskom Independent School District, a leader in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities, teaching our children the importance of being good citizens, the desire to attend major universities, and come back home with an education to grow the community in East Texas. With grades pre-K through 12, the Waskom Independent School District is proud of their faculty and staff and their commitment to the very best for all students. Go Wildcats!
Five Star Builders, the leader in barn construction and barn dominium construction, garage, storage buildings, all for you the way you want them. We have the experience, we have the knowledge, and we have the qualified men to do the job right for you. Check it out. Call 903-407-7627 to get a qualified representative to come speak to you. That's 407-7627. Go Wildcats!
East Tex Telephone Cooperative is a proud sponsor of all things Waskom Wildcats, academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities. East Tex Telephone commends the hard work and dedication put forth by all students, faculty, staff, and administration. It is through hard work and sacrifice that winners emerge. Best of luck from East Tex Telephone, servicing the telecommunications needs of rural East Texas since 1952. Go Waskom Wildcats!
Hey Wildcat fans, this is Josh Manus, attorney at law. Let's all support the Wildcats for a great season every Friday night. Hopefully we'll have a long playoff season as well. If you ever need a personal injury attorney, check us out at joshmanus.com. No longer do you need to call anyone in Dallas or Tyler. Since January 1 of this year, we've had over $10 million in verdicts and settlements. Check out our website at joshmanus.com.
This is Matt Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet. At both our Ford and Chevrolet stores, we take pride in supporting athletics in our local communities. In our experience, athletic programs teach kids valuable lessons like teamwork, perseverance, and character. So from all of us at Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet, go Wildcat.
All right, back here live, Jimmy Eacock Stadium. Waskom Wildcats homecoming, and they are showing out for their fans here tonight, 41-7, and we're going to give a wrap-up here of the first half. 10 minutes and 28 seconds, the Wildcats come out with a pitch to Joe Irvin. He goes 70 yards on the first offensive play for the Wildcats. Chris Hernandez makes the extra point kick. 7-0, Wildcats went up. 5 minutes and 16 seconds, the Wildcats come right back. Joe Irvin again, after they moved it down the field a few plays on a 3-yard jet sweep play to the left. Chris Hernandez capped it off with a PAT kick. 14-0, Wildcats went up. Then with just 11 seconds still remaining in the first quarter, last week Wildcats didn't have a very good first quarter. This week they scored 3 times in the first quarter, and that third one was by number 4, Kelton Williams, on a 5-yard jet right by the Wildcats. Chris missed that extra point kick. The Wildcats went up 20-0. Then we got into the second half. 9 minutes and 4 seconds left in the second quarter. A punt return was by the Wildcats. Joe Irvin took it in 72 yards, 27-0, after the extra point was made by Chris Hernandez. 6 minutes, 15 seconds left in the second quarter. Ore City got some offense going, and they moved the ball down the field methodically, and then with a pass from number 12, Kavanaugh, to 21, Maine, a 40-yard pass. And then they make the extra point, and the Wildcats were still up 27-7. We come right back just 14 seconds later with 6 minutes and 1 second left in the second quarter. Another run by Joe Irvin, 49-yard run, and he takes it in for a score. Chris Hernandez makes the kick, and he had to kick a 25-yard extra point as they had a false start on that play, taking the score 34-7 over the Ore City Rebels. 3 minutes and 1 second left in the half. Waskom with another run there to end. They're scoring there in the first half. 21, Leo Agundes scores 11-yard on a dive right. Chris Hernandez makes the extra point, 41-7. And I could have had that switched on the yardage. It could have been on that one, but Chris has made all but one kick tonight, and the Wildcats are scoring at will on the Rebels, and their defense is doing well. One missed assignment on that pass, but you got to give it to Coach Kubiak and the Ore City Rebels, as they have tried everything on the Wildcats and were able to pull out a score there in the first half. But that's where we're at, folks. 41-7. Wildcats up over the Ore City Rebels. We got 21 minutes left in the half. We'll come back. Here, we'll go to our sponsors, and we'll come back with some area scores.
The Waskom Independent School District, a leader in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities, teaching our children the importance of being good citizens, the desire to attend major universities, and come back home with an education to grow the community in East Texas. With grades pre-K through 12, the Waskom Independent School District is proud of their faculty and staff and their commitment to the very best for all students. Go Wildcats!
Five-Star Builders, the leader in barn construction and barn dominium construction, garage, storage buildings, all for you the way you want them. We have the experience, we have the knowledge, and we have the qualified men to do the job right for you. Check it out. Call 903-407-7627 to get a qualified representative to come speak to you. That's 407-7627. Go Wildcats!
We're back here at Jimmy Eacock Stadium. We got some scores from around the area. We'll go through the games that were played Thursday, but varsity games nonetheless. Shelbyville and Carlisle, 64-33. Shelbyville came out on top. Harleton Wildcats fell to the Big Sandy Wildcats, 34-20. And then to close off those Thursday games, the Timpson Bears lost to Wolf City Wolves, 45-27. Then some games going on right now from around the area at halftime for these guys. Union Grove is on top of Hawkins, 14-6. The Sabine Cardinals are having a tough night against the Tatum Eagles, 42-0. The Elysian Fields Yellow Jackets were in a close battle with the Beckville Bearcats, but the Jackets have fell behind as at halftime Beckville on top, 25-6. Still playing right now. They're in the second quarter of the game. Hugh Springs is trailing DeKalb 20-7. West Rusk is in a tough one with Elkhart 8-7. Elkhart's on top of that one. Dangerfield dominating Redwater 42-6 in the second quarter. Julie's Hallsville Bobcats still struggling against Texarkana 35-0 in the second quarter. At halftime, Honeygrove and Quinlan. Quinlan's trailing 28-0 at half. And then in the second quarter, New Diana is having their way with Winona 22-0. Hooks on top of Queen City in the second quarter, 7-0. And Corrigan Camden and Joaquin in a tight matchup, a little bit close. It's 28-13, so Joaquin just pulling ahead of Corrigan Camden. But those are your scores from around the league.
That's interesting, too. New Diana has really picked it up the last couple of years, coming in stronger this year that had been in our district there. And so the Wildcats won't have to face the New Diana Eagles. But we had a tough time with them last year. It looks like they are building upon what they got going there in New Diana. They've been doing well this season. So the Ore City Rebels have their band out there. I don't know. We're going to check this here, see if we got any outside sound. We may have to change our mics, but you got a little bit.
Yeah, we got the sound there.
Yeah. So we got a little band action going by the Ore City Rebels, trying to get it set up for our Waskom Football Live fans that couldn't make it out for the game tonight, so they can hear their band and dance team that perform here at the games. We always enjoy coming out to Friday Night Lights to watch the football, but there's so many other support groups that participate and practice and perform, and it's good to see all the students participate out on Friday nights in East Texas and other areas. Everybody loves going out to the football game.
It doesn't get better than East Texas football, that's for sure.
So the Ore City Rebels, I believe they do a military-style band where the Wildcats do that other style, and I always forget what that other style is called.
I'm not a band expert.
Yeah,
so
ask our booth expert.
Band expert? Do we have any? No, she has no comment on it. So
You may come to me,
we'll
yeah.
call it freelance
Yeah.
and military style.
Military style and freelance. But it looks like the Ore City Rebels are marching their way off of the field. The Wildcats will get set to come on. But the Wildcats are 1-0 in district. We were reading off those scores. It sounds like Big Sandy went 2-0 in district. They played Thursday night. The Legion Fields Jackets and Beckville, one of them will come out 1-1, and one will be 2-0.
And right now it looks like it's going to be the Bearcats, as Beckville is having their way with the Legion Fields 25-6.
Are they starting to pull away?
They definitely are starting to pull away.
Here, we'll go outside and see what they're doing outside. Sounds like the bells are coming out, so we'll go outside and hear the performance of the Waskom Wildcat Bells.
Introducing our 2024-2025 Wildcat Bells, we have senior Caitlin Armstrong, senior captain Kaylee Benetrix, and last but certainly not least, our junior, Miss Paisley Watt. Hope you enjoyed the performance today. The ladies will be giving you a routine from She's Country by Jason Alvey.
All right, we're back there, bringing out the bales for the Waskom Wildcats. Oh, we got a
Sounds like the ads are running.
East Tex Telephone Cooperative is a proud sponsor of all things Waskom Wildcats, academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities. East Tex Telephone commends the hard work and dedication put forth by all students, faculty, staff, and administration. It is through hard work and sacrifice that winners emerge. Best of luck from East Tex Telephone, servicing the telecommunications needs of rural East Texas since 1952. Go Waskom Wildcats!
All right, we were bringing out the bales, and then we had the Ore City Band, and I know what it is they got the window open over there, so you can hear. Yeah, you can hear them through our mics, and we were over here in the press box on the right side, and the music's coming through the window on the side, and they're yelling for the bales, and so we got a lot of action going on here tonight, Friday night. Waskom homecoming. They're celebrating 10-year reunion of the first state championship. And the Wildcats are up over the Ore City Rebels here at halftime, 41-7. We've got 11 minutes left in the half. Just enough time for the Waskom Wildcat band to get out there and perform. They're here on the sidelines getting ready to make their way as the Bales exit. The Wildcats have had a good first half offensively and defensively. Ore City's had a difficult time stopping the Wildcats' offense at all, but Ore City's put together a little offense, right, Cheney?
Yeah, just there at the end, you see Ore City come out and run a lot of plays where they go trips to one side of the field, run to the other end. They repetitively did that, and then they ran the fake play action, deep bomb. As Michael was saying earlier, the corner just messed up on his assignment there. But, they had just switched up the defense, too. I'd like to point out on that play, Coach Lawson looks like he switched formations, brought the defense in tighter, trying to stop that run as they try to bring everyone to that right side of the field, bringing the receivers out there. But it was a real beautiful drive from Ore City. Then they had another good drive going, but unfortunately, number 0 couldn't hold on to the ball, coughed it up, and the Wildcats came out and stopped that drive.
Yeah, and there's where we're at here. The tunnels are coming back up on the Wildcat side. The boosters are getting that going with just under 10 minutes here, and the Wildcats band's going to perform. Looks like we came early and they were setting up their some kind of new theatrical sound system, and so we're going to get something new from the Wildcats here at homecoming. We're going to see if we can pick up a little bit of the sound for those watching on Waskom Football Live. The twirlers.
We added a twirler.
Okay, to our flag team. Yeah, so we got a twirler now with our flag group, and they have some different speakers set here that they may add some things here to do the homecoming performance from the Waskom High School Band.
Me and Michael are not professionals or have any experience in band, so we can't tell you much about what they got going on.
But he's got mics he's putting up. You see him? I wonder if they're going to sing. They have a choir and the band.
Who knows?
Maybe it's just
Pick
Get
up
the sound. Well, we're gonna go out to the field and see what we can pick up.
for a solo.
academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities. East Tech's telephone commends the hard work and dedication put forth by all students, faculty, staff, and administration. It is through hard work and sacrifice that winners emerge. Best of luck from East Tech's telephone, servicing the telecommunications needs of rural East Texas since 1952. Go Waskom Wildcats!
Five-Star Builders, the fan's choice for metal and agricultural buildings. Whether you're looking to build a new home, storage space, barn, a garage, let Five-Star Builders' 20 years experience work for you. And East Texas leader in barndominium and metal building construction. Five-Star Builders offers the experience, knowledge, and professional staff needed for a faster and more efficient building process. Make your next building project a success by calling 903-407-7627. Five-Star Builders, believing in teamwork for the win. Go Wildcats!
Hey Wildcat fans, this is Josh Manus of the Manus Law Firm in Waskom. I'm proud to support our hometown team, and I hope you'll join me in rooting for the Wildcats to have another great season. If you've been injured in an accident as a result of someone else's negligence, your top priority should be healing physically and emotionally, not struggling financially. Since 2004, we've helped hundreds of East Texans receive full compensation for their injuries. Call us today at 903-407-8455. Visit us on the web at joshmanus.com.
All right, back here live, Jimmy Eacock Stadium. The Waskom Band is performing. If you're picking us up on 103.9, we have our sponsors out there. We appreciate all of our sponsors that support the athletics and KMHT. 103.9, the sports beat of East Texas. And we have 5 minutes, 47 seconds before we come out of the half with your Waskom Wildcats leading the Ore City Rebels 41-7. We've had a whole lot of action here tonight for the Wildcats. They have their homecoming tonight. We're looking now at the bands performing, but they got the blow-ups for both teams now. The Ore City Rebels are in the south end zone, and they're warming up. And the Wildcats have, and here come the Wildcats now. They're coming out of the tunnel.
We did get confirmation on what that microphone was for. It's for a flute solo.
Okay, so they're playing a flute solo for the band. So we're getting down to 5 minutes left in the half. The Wildcats are already making their way to the field to warm up, as are the Ore City Rebels. We'll take another quick break and go to our sponsors, and we'll be right back with a second half kickoff between your Waskom Wildcats and the Ore City Rebels.
Hey Wildcat fans, this is Josh Manus, attorney at law. Let's all support the Wildcats for a great season every Friday night. Hopefully we'll have a long playoff season as well. If you ever need a personal injury attorney, check us out at joshmanus.com. No longer do you need to call anyone in Dallas or Tyler. Since January 1 of this year, we've had over $10 million in verdicts and settlements. Check out our website at joshmanus.com.
This is Matt Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet. At both our Ford and Chevrolet stores, we take pride in supporting athletics in our local communities. In our experience, athletic programs teach kids valuable lessons like teamwork, perseverance, and character. So from all of us at Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet, go Wildcat.
The Waskom Independent School District, a leader in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities, teaching our children the importance of being good citizens, the desire to attend major universities, and come back home with an education to grow the community in East Texas. With grades pre-K through 12, the Waskom Independent School District is proud of their faculty and staff and their commitment to the very best for all students. Go Wildcats!
Five-Star Builders, the leader in barn construction and barn dominium construction, garage, storage buildings, all for you the way you want them. We have the experience, we have the knowledge, and we have the qualified men to do the job right for you. Check it out. Call 903-407-7627 to get a qualified representative to come speak to you. That's 407-7627. Go Wildcats!
East Tex Telephone Cooperative is a proud sponsor of all things Waskom Wildcats, academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities. East Tex Telephone commends the hard work and dedication put forth by all students, faculty, staff, and administration. It is through hard work and sacrifice that winners emerge. Best of luck from East Tex Telephone, servicing the telecommunications needs of rural East Texas since 1952. Go Waskom Wildcats!
Hey Wildcat fans, this is Josh Manus, attorney at law. Let's all support the Wildcats for a great season every Friday night. Hopefully we'll have a long playoff season as well. If you ever need a personal injury attorney, check us out at joshmanus.com. No longer do you need to call anyone in Dallas or Tyler. Since January 1 of this year, we've had over $10 million in verdicts and settlements.
Check out our website at joshmanus.com.
All right, back here live, Jimmy Eacock Stadium, Waskom, Texas. The Waskom Wildcats are taking their second district game here against the Ore City Rebels to 41-7 in the first half.
It has been a fun first half of football, especially if you're somebody who likes the offensive side of the football. You've seen this explosive Waskom running group come out and literally run away with this football game.
Yeah, the Wildcats have also reduced the amount of mistakes they've made in the past few weeks. I've only seen a couple of mistakes that have, and it really was coach called them because he called timeouts. I don't think have we had any flags?
I could be wrong, but I believe we only have one false start penalty on the extra point.
That's right. That's what I'm thinking too.
So that would go down for the special teams, though. So offense and defense so far have been able to steer clear of the mustard seeds flying onto the field,
as they did in previous weeks. And it's good news for the Wildcats as we, getting started into district and looking to go undefeated district champs if we can. Had those tough preseason pre-district games, and now we're into district. So,
and with this, if the Wildcats can close this one out here and get the win, they'll have a winning record, 3-2, and the Rebels will fall 0-5, unfortunately for them. They'll also be 0-5 in the last 5 matchups against the Waskom Wildcats.
And here comes your Waskom Wildcats onto the field. They're running onto their tunnel. Ore City has already made their way onto the field.
We have confetti flying in the stands. We have a cheerleader doing some acrobatic flips. And then we've got a bunch of young Wildcats. Back in the day, as Julie said before, they'd call them the Alley Cats, as they sprint off back into the stands into their parents. It's always good to see the young kids get along with the football players. They look up to them. This is a tight-knit community here in Waskom, so really good to see the love go around.
And so the clock is reset for the second half. The Ore City Rebels already made their way onto the field. Their kicker is number 22, and that's Nico. How do you say that? Nico Sons.
Let me see real quick.
Number 22.
Number 22 for the Rebels, that would be Eneko Sans. And as we get ready for this kickoff, the kickoffs are brought to you by Holloway Carpet, serving East Texas with all your flooring needs since 1971.
And I wanted to mention number 22 for Ore City is the tallest gentleman out there tonight. He's 6'6".
Wow.
He's a tall kicker.
And he's been excited to kick. I'll tell you what, every time he's come out here for his one PAT, his one kickoff we saw in the last half, he is sprinting out here and he is excited to go. His last kickoff, he did a little squib onside kick. It looks like they're prepared to do that again, either to the left or right, but they could just boot it up the middle. We will see. And they squib it to the left.
And Joe Irvin picks it up. Oh, I thought he was gone.
He said, uh-oh, he had a lot of field in front of him, but the Rebels able to get him on that. Looks a little shooken up.
And so he returned the ball back to the 34-yard line of the Rebels.
A little shooken up, but he'll get off the field there. Good return by number 10, Joe Irving. He's had a monster night, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns.
And the Wildcats will have their offense on the numbers here at the 40. The ball is actually going to be at the 35, first and 10. And Chris Hernandez will still be the quarterback for the Wildcats. Elijah Mockins, number 9, and number 4, Kelton Williams will be the slots. Hey, look, we got a different offensive lineman, number 61.
Number 61 coming out on the field, Aiden Corbett. He'll be taking over at, is that right guard?
Left tackle.
Left tackle, that's my bad. Left tackle out there. And they'll be in the I formation, trips right. Chris Hernandez takes the snap, fumbled on the snap. Looks like Chris Hernandez falls on 68 trying to grab it from underneath. 68 for Orr City. That would be Anthony Brown. He will not be able to recover that fumble, but he did cause it. He's the nose guard there, able to shake up DeAndre Prince on the snap, but quick Hernandez able to drop on it.
And the Wildcats will lose a yard on that play.
Bring up 2nd and 11. They'll go trips left and go back into their traditional formation.
Leo Agundez comes in as the B-back.
Everybody's getting the play down here, flipping through those cards. Chris Hernandez under center. Takes the snap, motion right, but they cut back out to the left. Kel Williams makes a spin move, makes a guy miss, and he'll be tackled down, wrapped up by the feet, but he'll have an amazing run. He had a spin move, juke move, made some guys miss. He'll get about 3 yards, bring them back across the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 3rd and 9 for the Wildcats.
10 minutes, 53 seconds into the third quarter. Wildcats are up 41-7 over the Orr City Rebels. They'll do that traditional pause.
They're at the, where are they at right now?
They're at the 34-yard line, 3rd and 9.
Of the Orr City Rebels, that is correct. So Chris Hernandez getting the play, getting the team ready here. They'll get set, trips right. Chris Hernandez under center, takes the snap, motion left. He'll keep he'll fake the pitch and he'll keep the ball. And he's got room to go, and he does. He waltzes his way into the end.
You see how he made that happen on the option?
Yeah, so he looked to give it to the fullback, kept it. He faked that pitch, didn't pitch it, kept it for himself, and ran his way into the end for a 30-yard touchdown run.
At the 10-minute, 12-second mark, Chris Hernandez for a 34-yard quarterback keeper. That looked really good, too, because that guy that was defending it, he didn't even that's probably his man, though, is the option guy.
The Wildcats will go up 40 here, 47-7 as they get ready to do the PAT. Touchdown is brought to you by Marshall Hometown Tire, our family keeping your family rolling since 1970. And Jackson Hicks will set up this placehold, gives Chris a little high five, said, "Good run there, bro." And he'll get ready to take the snap. We got too many people on the field, so someone will come off. Wildcats take the snap. Place is good. The kick is up. Now one will be through the uprights. 48-7. The Wildcats go up 41 here with 10 minutes, 12 seconds left in the second half. Third quarter, we'll be back with some more Waskom Wildcat football.
This is Matt Moore, General Manager of Marshall Maverick Chevrolet. At both our Ford and Chevrolet stores, we take pride in supporting athletics in our local communities. In our experience, athletic programs teach kids valuable lessons like teamwork, perseverance, and character. So from all of us at Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet, go Wildcat.
The Waskom Independent School District, a leader in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities, teaching our children the importance of being good citizens, the desire to attend major universities, and come back home with an education to grow the community in East Texas. With grades pre-K through 12, the Waskom Independent School District is proud of their faculty and staff and their commitment to the very best for all students. Go Wildcats!
All right, back here live, Jimmy Eacock Stadium, Waskom, Texas. Your Waskom Wildcats are up over the Orr City Rebels 48-7, 10 minutes, 12 seconds here left in the third quarter. Chris Hernandez is set to kick off, and number 0, Kyler Rowe, is in the middle back at the 10 for the Orr City Rebels. And set to kick. Chris is kicking to the right side. It'll come down at the 22, and the fielder will get to the 30 and the 32, and then he's brought down by 23, Montez Thompson for the Wildcats.
So as Orr City looks to take back over on offense on their side of the field, 1st and 10, Waskom holds a all-time record of 20 wins and 9 losses, 2 ties against the Orr City Rebels. The last time they met was in 2021 when the Wildcats took down the Rebels 70-6. So that's the last time these two teams met, and it looks like we're going to have a similar outcome here today. I don't know if we'll reach 70 points, but
That's quite a few points.
2021, was that when we went to the semifinals again, or am I wrong on that?
21 and 22, we went to semifinals. No, 21 was the last semifinals. 22, we got beat by West Rusk in the third round, and then the last couple of years we haven't had any, or that was 22. But Kavanaugh is steadily picking up those yards out of that quarterback position on the Wildcats.
Number 15 for the Wildcats makes the stop, Jaden Miner. Pretty good pickup, though, for the quarterback. Bring up second and short for the Rebels.
At the 39-yard line or 40-yard line of Ore City on the left hash on the Wildcat side. They're going north. Wildcats needing to slow down that quarterback. That seems to be the most of the offense there. Either he's running it or he's passing it. Number 12's under center. Now he's got stacked trips right. He's going to fake it. No, gives it to his fullback, and he's just going to barrel ahead for a first down. He's going to pick up about 10.
Really good run there. Strong, powerful run. Brought down by number 57.
That's
DeAndre
24, Sladen Wright, senior.
DeAndre Prince is, I guess they don't get paid. I was going to say earning his pay, but there's no payout here. But he is putting on a show for this homecoming crowd. He has been just around every tackle up the middle at that D tackle and nose guard position. He's an offensive lineman himself, plays center, so he knows what's going on well. It looks like he's got a good head about him on what to do.
So Ore City will keep two receivers right, one left. Kavanaugh under center. He's going to fake it to his fullback and go off.
And
tackle,
there
and he's going to
again.
get called up by, is that 57?
Yep, 57, DeAndre Prince.
They're probably going to call him a horse collar.
Didn't look like it to me.
It didn't
I
either.
thought he
It looked
got
like
the
the
side of
jersey.
the jersey
Yeah.
on the shoulder pad, but
Well, it looked like,
you get
yeah,
those.
it was definitely jersey, but I don't think it was a horse collar. But
You're right. I think it was just off to the left, but I do think that's going to be what the referee calls here. Really great play by DeAndre Prince. Sad that it's got to be a penalty.
yeah,
Personal foul. Yep, horse collar. So that'll be 15 yards and an automatic first down for the Rebels. Disappointing, but it's 48-7 with 8 minutes, 48 seconds to go in the third quarter. So
they're in Wildcat territory now at the 37-yard line. Kavanaugh in the huddle with his team. 8 minutes, 43 seconds. Clock's moving. They'll have a first and 10 at the 37-yard line of the Wildcats. So they'll move three receivers over to the right side in that stack position. Move one back across behind the quarterback. He's under center, and he's going to fake the dive. He's got Leo on him, and Leo brings him down for a sack.
Yep, number 21, Leo Agundez, immediately breaks into the backfield. The quarterback tries to run, get away, as he's done all night, but not that time. He will be grabbed by the jersey, but not by the horse collar.
11-yard loss for the Ore City
Really
Rebels.
good sack by Agundez there.
That'll bring up a second down and 21 at the Wildcat 47-yard line. Our board has 20. It's in those.
They're right here. They're on the right hash, but that beautiful W logo in the middle of the field here.
Kavanaugh has two receivers left. One right. He throws it right to a quick out to 21. He's going to pick up a few, but not back to the line of the. Look who's over there making that from the DN position.
Let's see.
Leo Agundez.
Yes, but it was number 4 who made the initial contact, Kelton Williams.
Yeah, because he's the cornerback, but I was saying our defensive end got out
Made it
there.
out there, yeah.
That's the same guy that got the sack. But I believe that's the same receiver there in Maine for the Ore City Rebels that's been racking up the yards.
But again, that defensive end, Leo Agundez, he's also the running back. He's got a lot of speed. He's not a traditional big lineman. So third and all of California for the Rebels.
Two receivers left, one right. He'll be under center, Kavanaugh. Motion that slot guy back around behind the fullback. He gets the fullback, and he's going to be pinched in by Harley Martin
Number 56.
and Leo Agundez. Look, he's mad. That should be a penalty right there.
56, 56,
Harley
Martin, and 21, Leo Agundez.
Sandwiched.
The quarterback getting frustrated there because he has just took a beating all night. Now it is definitely fourth and all of
But he threw
California.
a hard spiral to the referee, and I figured, I guess the referee's feeling bad for him.
Yeah.
Because he beamed it in on the referee 10 yards away.
A lot of frustration here from the Rebels. You know, they haven't gone back to that quick offensive look, though. They're huddling up, getting the play from the sideline, and here they'll come out again.
49-yard line of the Wildcats. Kavanaugh's in the shotgun. He's going to just look right. He's going to shake off right, going back left. He's got a lot of rush on him. He's going to throw it out here. Ooh, and it's going to be caught.
Really good catch.
Yeah, he dropped it because he was hit by Montez Thompson, number 23.
So number 0 for the Rebels, Tyler Rowe, looking at bringing that reception, but he's...
Well, number 0, number 21, and 12, they do most of their offensive action. And 24, you got to give him a shout out.
You know, just a desperation heave there. The Waskom defense actually came out in special teams punt formation, and they had to bring it back in. Turned out to be a pass play, so it wasn't a bad thing that the safeties were a little bit deep.
So now the coach is getting on to the water boys because they went out there giving the guys water. He's yelling at them, firing them up, and they got over there in a lickety-split with 6 minutes, 14 seconds here in the third quarter left.
And a lot of the water boys seem to be some of the younger Wildcat players, either JV
Look, he's still on him. Look at
players.
him. And that's why he's on them hard. He's like, guys.
That's your only assignment.
That's some excellent H2O, and you got to get it to my players.
So Wildcats will come out here on offense. Looks like Kelton Williams is going to be taking the snap from the shotgun. He'll have number 9, Elijah Modkins. No, they'll put him out at receiver. That's my bad. So he has Agundez to his right. Motions, but they hand it up the middle
look at Agundez.
to Agundez. He makes a good run, makes someone miss. Finally tackled by number 10, Cole Peeler for the Rebels, but not before he gets a Wildcat first down. It'll be about a 12-yard run for Agundez. First and 10, they'll set up at the Ore City Rebels 40-yard line.
So Minor's coming in. Jaden Minor, number 15, is coming in on offense. He'll probably come in as a receiver on this right side.
And number 1's in as well, Jackson Hicks on that left side receiver. So Kelton Williams, number 4, set to take the snaps from the shotgun. Number 10, Joe Irving, motions. They hand it up the middle again to Agundez. He cuts out left, makes another really good run, stopped again by number 10, Cole Peeler for the Rebels. That clock will keep running. They'll set up at the left hash.
Picks up 7 on that run.
Yeah, bring up 2nd and 3. Number 5, Calhoun, bringing in the play for the Wildcats. They'll swap out 15, Jaden Minor. He'll give him the play. He's like, don't worry. Coach is giving it to me, guys. We're ticking down to the 5-minute mark here. 48-7, your Wildcats on top. Number 4, Kelton Williams, stays out here at quarterback. Look to take it in the gun, and Gundez to his right. And they'll keep it with the quarterback. Direct snap, quarterback keeper. He runs out to the right. He's got some room. He's a fast, quick guy. Makes a spin move. Makes a lot of people miss, but he'll finally be tackled. He'll finally be tackled down by number 2, Elias Thornburg.
Thornburg.
That's my bad. But we will be in the red zone, and red zone coverage is brought to you tonight by Ammerman Law Firm. If you need a personal injury attorney, call Jim Ammerman at 903-200-8888. Our clients become family. Really cool, really interesting to see the Wildcats come out in this shotgun offense. Ore City has definitely switched up their offensive looks a bunch tonight. So good to see the Wildcats come out and do something different. Wildcats will set up with 2 receivers right, Kelton Williams in the gun. He'll take the snap. Fumbles the handoff to Agundez, but he picks it up and makes 2 guys miss in the backfield. He'll cut it up, and he'll be in for another Waskom Wildcat touchdown. They fumbled that handoff in the backfield. Agundez lost the football. Kelton picked it up, make 2 guys miss in the backfield, and carries 2 on his back as he makes his way in for the Wildcat touchdown. That touchdown is brought to you by Marshall Hometown Tire, our family keeping your family rolling since 1970. And with 4 minutes, 2 seconds to go in the third quarter, your Wildcats are up 54-7 as they await this PAT from number 6, Chris Hernandez.
We'll be right back with some more Waskom Wildcat football.
Five Star Builders, the leader in barn construction and barn dominium construction, garage, storage buildings, all for you the way you want them. We have the experience, we have the knowledge, and we have the qualified men to do the job right for you. Check it out. Call 903-407-7627 to get a qualified representative to come speak to you. That's 407-7627. Go Wildcats!
East Tex Telephone Cooperative is a proud sponsor of all things Waskom Wildcats, academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities. East Tex Telephone commends the hard work and dedication put forth by all students, faculty, staff, and administration. It is through hard work and sacrifice that winners emerge. Best of luck from East Tex Telephone, servicing the telecommunications needs of rural East Texas since 1952. Go Waskom Wildcats!
And we're back here at Jimmy E. Cox Stadium as your Waskom Wildcats are dominating this whiteout homecoming affair. 55-7, that PAT went through the uprights, and Chris Hernandez will be setting up to kick this off again to the same Rebels it's been all night.
Yeah, you were mentioning Wildcats doing something different. When they started the season, they were in the gun. They had Chris and Kelton in the gun, and then they found that it worked better going back to their under center for Chris Hernandez. As we saw on the option, it really works well, but then we see the speed of Kelton as they had a blown play. He was still able to pick it up and make a touchdown, but it looks good with the Wildcats having multiple looks as they get deeper into district.
Kelton Williams was a big part of last week's victory for the Wildcats. The Rebels will take that kickoff number 0. He fumbles it, but he picks it back up. He's running
everywhere.
Yeah, he's running every which way. Cuts back over to the left.
Oh, and Chris comes over and gets him back.
Speed kills. Number 6, Chris Hernandez, comes in and gives him that left shoulder and just knocks him down. He almost kept his feet there.
Yeah, number 0 was on a mission. Was it 0 or 12?
It was number 0.
Yeah, so Kyler Rowe. And he was holding on to the ball a little better.
He was. He held on to the ball that time. Coach told him quit running with that thing swinging out.
Chris came from like 12 yards on that after Kyler made 2 or 3 cutbacks with 3 minutes 44 seconds still in the third quarter. How far? You mentioned 70. We're 15 away.
70-6 was the last time these two met.
2 more scores.
21.
So we need to get one quick because Coach is going to run the clock down. You can see he was trying to run the clock out, and the Wildcats come out and put another one on the board. So Kavanaugh comes out, and they have stacked trips on the numbers on their side of the field to the right. One receiver here on the Wildcats side. Fullback's on his right side. He gets the snap, and he's just going to run up and go right and stop because the Wildcats are just there.
He fell to the ground there, did not want any part of what number 57, DeAndre Prince, was coming to do to him. He lets him go down there.
And Caleb, man, there was a third guy there as well. I didn't see him, but you're right. DeAndre was first, and Caleb, and another Wildcat. Seems like Ore City offensive line is getting worn down. 55-7. It could bring some deflation into the Ore City Rebels here at this point.
Definitely look frustrated. Got a different fullback. Number 10, Cole Peeler, coming in for the Rebels.
So Kavanaugh has motion left. He's going to give it to Cole Peeler, and he goes up the middle, and he breaks loose and jumps the guy and picks up the first down.
Well, fresh legs, and he's showing him off there as he gets enough for a Ore City first down.
That's a good lesson there for the safeties as you're coming up. You got to wrap something or you get jumped. 2 minutes, 48 seconds. The clock's ticking down here in Jimmy and Cox Stadium. Wildcats up 55-7. Ball's on the 37-yard line. 1st and 10. Ore City breaks the huddle. 2 receivers right. Kavanaugh is under center now. Motion left. He has a slot coming behind him. He gets to his back, and he's going to do the option and keep it. And he's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage.
By number 50 for the Wildcats. John Patrick first to make contact there. He'll be helped out by number 79, Caleb Mann.
Yeah, and Bubba Jones, number 7 there, also to help those two on the tackle. So he may have picked up a yard. They look to have spotted at the 40.
The Wildcats having fun out there. They look happy on defense. They're talking to each other. On the sidelines, it seems like they're having a good time. And how could you not? With a homecoming game like this, 55-7, we got the young Wildcats playing in the back of the end zone.
Now the officials are giving them some yards.
And it looks like
a lot of yards.
A
must have been some talking.
Foul.
It had to be some talking because we didn't see anything.
I don't know if they even gave us a signal for it. Well, he signaled a first down, so we appreciate that, Mr. Referee, and he'll run the clock. He surely wants that to happen.
Now the Ore City Rebels are in Wildcat territory at their 45. Kavanaugh's in the flex bone.
1st and 10.
He's under center. No motion. He goes straight back, looking right, and he throws a quick go pattern on the right, and there's a receiver. Oh, and 21. Did he hang on to it?
Again, a really, really good throw by number 12. I mean, number 9, Elijah Modkins was right on top of him, and it just went right over him into his hands. I mean, number 12 has made some really good plays tonight. He's
21.
definitely took
That Maverick man has made some good catches, too, because Montez come in and hit him, and he did not let go. And now they're in the red zone.
And the red zone coverage tonight is brought to you by Ammerman Law Firm. If you need a personal injury attorney, call Jim Ammerman at 903-200-8888. Our clients become family.
Now they're at the Wildcat 15. 2 receivers out left, under center, motion right. He's got a slot going. He gives it to his fullback, and number 10 spins into the gap, and he gets about 8 yards.
Another good aggressive run. He's brought down by number 7, Bubba Jones. He was helped out by another Wildcat, but I couldn't catch his number there. But good play by Bubba to clean it up.
That was Cole Peeler, the fullback, for the run for the Ore City Rebels. So the Rebels are making a move here on offense here at the end of the third, under a minute. Breaks the huddle. Kavanaugh's under center. 2 receivers left. Motion right is his slide going behind him. Gets it to the fullback, and he keeps it behind him, and he's going to pick up a couple of yards off tackle.
And then a host of Wildcats on that, but 79, Caleb Mann definitely in there on the play. It looks like 61, Aiden Corbett also getting in there.
Yeah, it's good to see the defensive line getting those tackles, especially down here in the red zone, and now the ball is on the 7.
3rd and short. I would say that the Wildcats haven't called off the Dogs, but again, there's just not many players to cycle through here. So
yeah,
Ore City's looking to having to keep against the competition.
Caleb Mann looking to do a quarterback keeper up the middle, and this time the Wildcats do a little better at stopping that. Probably picked up 1 yard, if that.
And DeAndre Prince, as a guy who plays center and nose guard, he knows exactly what you have to get done there to stop those sneaks and up the middle runs. Take out the center's legs, go low immediately, and he does a good job of that. Stopping them short there. It'll be 4th and 1 for the Ore City Rebels.
At the end of the third quarter.
And so we'll switch sides of the field.
Yeah, so it was a 1 yard gain. 1 yard to go. You think they'll kick the field goal or go for it?
They'll definitely go for it here, but we'll see if the defense can show some grit and get the stop. We'll be back with some more Waskom Wildcat football.
Hey Wildcat fans, this is Josh Manus, attorney at law. Let's all support the Wildcats for a great season every Friday night. Hopefully we'll have a long playoff season as well. If you ever need a personal injury attorney, check us out at joshmanus.com. No longer do you need to call anyone in Dallas or Tyler. Since January 1 of this year, we've had over $10 million in verdicts and settlements. Check out our website at joshmanus.com.
This is Matt Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet. At both our Ford and Chevrolet stores, we take pride in supporting athletics in our local communities. In our experience, athletic programs teach kids valuable lessons like teamwork, perseverance, and character. So from all of us at Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet, go Wildcat.
Back here live, Jimmy Eacock Stadium. Your Waskom Wildcats are showing out at homecoming, 55-7 over the Ore City Rebels. But we have an interesting play, Cheney.
Yes, we do. As it's 4th and 1, we got 57 DeAndre Prince, 79 Caleb Mann in at those D tackle positions. They'll be the star of this. You probably see the safety 23 Montez play up tight here. They
he dropped down. He didn't get a good push.
Too short.
I think the Wildcats may have stopped him.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think that's a bad offensive play.
Ball was on the what yard?
6. It was on the 6-yard line.
They're having a big discussion here. No signal from the referee yet. Obviously, Ore City saying they got it. Waskom saying they don't.
They didn't get it, but it could be a bad spot because the referee.
They didn't go anywhere.
I know. I don't know how they could spot that, but it's short.
So The referees will give him the first down. I'm not going to lie, it was a bad offensive play. The quarterback took the snap and he just dove down. He didn't even go forward. I'm not sure how he got it, but when it's 55-7, you got to show some love out here, I guess. And the Rebels will have a 1st and goal here in the red zone.
Oh, and I see him slipping the line judge over there, a little something. Two receivers left, Kavanaugh under center at the 5. He motions right, a slot, and he's going to go to his fullback, and his fullback's going to be in for the score. Well, that is at 11:01. The clock didn't stop, but it should be they're going to stop it at 10 minutes, 59 seconds, and Ore City scores a 5-yard run.
So the Rebels start their comeback here in the 4th quarter, try to come back here and steal this homecoming victory from the Wildcats.
Well, they got a little gift from the officials because that definitely was a stop. But it was good for the Wildcats because they haven't been stopping them up the middle, that well, and to get them, 1 or 2 yards there. The Wildcats are improving on their defensive play from the earlier games of the season, so that's looking good as we get deeper into district. And their kicker is successful, so he makes 2 kicks tonight, 14.
So we're sitting at 55-14, 10 minutes, 59 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. I'd like to give a little shout out to my niece who's watching tonight, Lola Swan. Shout out to Lola, appreciate her support.
Wildcats are looking, we'll see if they go with Kelton or Chris when we come out on here on offense. And also I figure Ore City will do an onside kick.
They'll definitely probably go for an onside kick here as they did that early in the game, and they seem to be okay at it with the 6'6" kicker. He's got a long and decent leg on him.
It bounced up to Joe last time. You get too bad a bounce. The Wildcats have been burned by that a few times where they take it on into the end zone.
Providing the hydration tonight is some of the younger Wildcats. I see 79 from the 7th grade, Jackson Barnes. They took down the Rebels 20-6 yesterday.
In the 7th grade game, 8th grade game, they fell short 6-0, and JV took away the win as well.
Okay.
So, I believe from kindergarten all the way up to high school, Ore City was successful in 5th and 6th and 7th, but then all the other grades, the Wildcats looked to be able to take the victory.
So 22 here for the Rebels will set to kick Eneko Sanz. He kicks it way deep. No Wildcats even back there to get it.
Here we go.
Kelton Williams has the ball, and he is just staring at them. He decides to cut out right.
Oh, go. Oh, no, keep
he'll
going.
Stop.
No, don't
He'll
stop.
And he gets wrapped up by a host of Rebels. He'll be down at the 30. You could see it in his eyes. He wanted to score, and he was just looking for the quickest way to make it happen, but won't be in his arsenal on that run.
Not on the kick return. So the Wildcats will get set to come out on offense. 10 minutes, 45 seconds left in the game. Able to bring the game to you tonight, 103.9 KMHT, the Sports Beat of East Texas, easttexastoday.com, and we're able to put it up on our YouTube site, Waskom Football Live, here at home. We love being at the home games. Been on the road a couple of times. Our first district against Union Grove last week was a victory on the road, and now the Wildcats look to get their first home district victory tonight.
That's right. And as they come back out here on offense, it looks like Chris Hernandez will take it back under center. Really good to see number 10, Joe Irving, is back on the field. He got shooken up earlier, came out for a little bit, but he's back. They'll run it up the middle, 21 Agundez, stumbling his way forward. Good push from the line. He'll be down just short of the first down. Wildcats will set up 2nd down and 2 or 1, 2nd down and short.
At their 40-yard line.
But really good to see number 10, Joe Irving, back in the game. As I mentioned, over 100 rushing yards in the first half and 3 touchdowns. He is definitely a contender for Player of the Game. Player of the Game is brought to you by East Texas Septic. Owners Randy and Elisa Pilkington have been providing septic services to the local area for over 20 years. A straight flush beats a full house. Number 6, Chris Hernandez, setting up here in the Waskom offense. Takes the snap. They'll run it up the... No, he'll keep it. Quarterback keeper. And he cuts out to the right of the field. Jumps over a guy, and he's keeping running. Finally stopped down by some triplets of the Rebels.
At the 45 of the Rebels.
2:51 and 55 in there. I don't think we've called 55. Trey Inosino in there on the tackle for the Rebels.
And it looks like he has a brother, Caleb Inosino.
Wow, so the brother's in there. So number 6, Chris Hernandez. Doesn't take the snap. He'll look over to Coach. Coach, how do we want to get the first down on this play? Coach Lawson, first-year AD, first-year head coach here at Waskom. Chris Hernandez takes the snap. He'll fake the handoff and pitch it off to Kelton Williams. Kelton's got that outside lane. He gets a really good block from number 10, Joe Irving, and 4 will waltz into the end zone for another Waskom Wildcat touchdown.
44-yard touchdown at the 9:03 mark.
That's right, and that touchdown's brought to you by Marshall Hometown Tire. Our family keeping your family rolling since 1970. And with that touchdown, the Wildcats will go over 60 points. It'll be 61-14, 9 minutes, 3 seconds left to go. And Chris Hernandez will get set up for that PAT.
And we'll stay here for that.
Okay, we'll stay here for the PAT this time. Really good run there from Kelton Williams. Good option read by Chris Hernandez. They immediately fell on Agundez. They've been running up the middle a bunch, just draining clock. Chris says, not this time. I'll keep this one. 2 guys on him, pitches it out. Kelton Williams, way too fast for them to catch. Chris Hernandez will put that PAT through the uprights. He's only missed that one. Wildcats will go up 62-14, 9 minutes, 3 seconds left to go, and we'll be right back with some more Waskom Wildcat football.
The Waskom Independent School District, a leader in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities, teaching our children the importance of being good citizens, the desire to attend major universities, and come back home with an education to grow the community in East Texas. With grades pre-K through 12, the Waskom Independent School District is proud of their faculty and staff and their commitment to the very best for all students. Go Wildcats!
Five-star builders, the leader.
All right, back here live, Jimmy Eacock Stadium. We're going to go to some areas. Oh, no, we're not going to no areas. Of course, we're going to stay right here at Jimmy Eacock Stadium. And where we're at right now, Chaney?
In the game, it's 62-14, 9 minutes, 3 seconds left to go in the fourth. The Wildcats will come out here to kick. Chris Hernandez is going to need to get an ice bath and ice his leg after this one because it has been nonstop PATs and kickoffs for the Wildcats.
And he's got, I bet he's probably got about 50 yards.
He's had some good runs, good plays so far, really good reads overall. Those are some hidden stats. You know, you won't see about his pitches or the reads he makes. But we talked about Trace Carter earlier from that 2014 15-1 state championship team. This is their 10-year anniversary. Those are the kind of reads that made that team great, and Chris Hernandez is showing flashes of Carter here tonight. He'll set to kick this off deep. Looks like number 0 will return it again, Mr. Rowe.
So we have the 20, the 25, the 30, the 35, 40, 45, 50, and down at the, no, oh, I thought he broke loose, 39. That's a big run.
It was a huge kickoff return. They'll be setting up with good field possession. They'll be on the Wildcat side of the field.
So the Wildcats need to get a stop here. Not good coverage by the Wildcats. When you get a run back like that, you might as well do an onside kick.
I guess that's one way of looking at it, but you never know how it's going to go. And if you, as you've seen at the professional level, at the college level, there's been a lot of changes in how they do the kickoff. You never know when they'll come to the UIL high school level. But throughout football, the kickoff is something that's been under a lot of scrutiny on how it should be done, how safe is it. But we're seeing traditional style here tonight in some good classic East Texas football.
So Colin Murray will take the snap. He's got motion left. He gives it to his fullback. No, he keeps it. He doesn't have the option, but he breaks loose from a tackle, and he's going to be in at the 15. He's in the red zone. He's going to score. Well, that stinks. That's a 40-yard run by.
That stinks, but that's a lot of heart there by number 12 on that run. I mean, he was running with everything he has left in him. He's been beat down tonight. Honestly, I'm okay with seeing it, because he deserves it.
He works hard.
He's had a hard night, and he's really fighting hard. Still here, down 62 to now 20, as they'll set up for the PAT. They are playing fast. I mean, Ore City, they might be mounting a comeback here, Michael.
Well, I do agree about 12 and the heart, but one thing I don't like is not seeing the tackling there. It's just poor tackling there by the Wildcats, and either it's lackadaisical or they're up real high. That's one thing. You can get up kind of high, and then it doesn't mean a whole lot. But we get to a tight game like we were against Garrison and Cheveleyville, that can kind of come back into motion memory and not be very well in the tough games.
That's very true, but It is a runaway game here. I feel like the Wildcats definitely, even at halftime, probably felt like this one is wrapped up and over. But 62-21, 8 minutes, 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We're here at Jimmy E. Cox Stadium. Whiteout homecoming game.
And it could be, they're like, let them score. I want to get another run on offense.
Maybe it's like when you're playing Madden and you just don't want to be on defense. Let them score.
What's Julie saying? Oh, but they better not be getting tired. I mean, we're like in the 6th week of football. If you're tired, then you need to go back and get in and play golf or something.
I'll tell you what, number 12 from Ore City's not tired because he has took a beat down and he has had to run the ball almost every play. That's number 12, Gage Kavanaugh. But
yeah, Gage and, Kyler Rowe for the Ore City Rebels, number 0 and 21. Maverick Mann and 24, and then 10 came in for him, Cole Peeler. They all fought really hard here on the offensive side. Hadn't been keeping up with their defensive side as much, but I'm sure those guys have been out there as well on defense. But now the Wildcats get set to receive a kickoff from the 6'6 Giant.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're lining up here like a normal kickoff, but I think that they'll onside it here.
Yeah, I think it's coming down to the 35 or so.
No, he'll kick it deep.
Down to the 25.
To the wrong guy. You don't want to kick it to him. Number 4, Kelton Williams, fields it at the 20. He'll cut up the middle and just make a good run. He won't do all the theatrics this time. He'll do some traditional up the gut as fast as I can. Wildcats will set up here on offense 1st and 10 at the Ore City 41, it looks like.
It's going to be interesting to see what the Wildcats come out with on personnel-wise for offense here at 62-21 with 8 minutes and 15 seconds left in the game. And there comes Leo's coming out.
So they do, as Julie was saying, they do appear a little tired. Agundez, Kelton, they're taking a seat here on the bench.
No, Agundez is mad he's not in at B-back. He wants to run.
That is.
He's like, Coach, I don't want to come out. Where's that good water you were talking about?
Well, number 75 will be in here at center now.
Elijah Condi. And Bubba Jones is the B-back, and Chris gives it to Bubba Jones. Oh, and Bubba Jones got some speed!
And Bubba Jones is clear at the 25-20, 15-10-5, touchdown. Bubba Jones up the middle from the handoff from Chris Hernandez. Now be another Waskom Wildcat touchdown. Touchdowns brought to you by Marshall Hometown Tire. Our family keeping your family rolling since 1970. Michael getting excited here tonight.
Yeah.
That was an awesome run.
Oh, yeah, I'm messing up the camera, but I'm telling you that Bubba Jones is coming at B-back, and I just like the speed at B-back, like Chan Amy and Benton. He just turned on the jets.
So, fresh legs in there. Haven't seen much running from Bubba Jones tonight. He comes in, gets the handoff from Hernandez, who's set here for the PAT, and he takes it to the house. That's a pretty long run there, too. That was about...
Did you get how long it was?
They were at the 41, so how much?
Oh, they were on the 41.
They were on the 41.
So it's 59.
The PAT is good. It'll be 6.